single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
White Owl.
Every single day, I'm gonna make.
White Owl it is. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. Welcome to our Saturday punishment show. So, I haven't even got a cigar yet. I'm surprised you can just go out and find it today.
Bro, when I went and bought it, right?
Uh-huh.
I asked the dude, I was like, do you have White Owl mango? And I was like, please say you don't. And he's like, he turned around, he's like, I got a whole box for you.
Shit. Alright. I should really keep my humidor just open like that because the humidity is ridiculous.
Wow, I can smell it without putting it on my nose.
Humidity is exactly 70%. 70% in my basement.
70%?
Yeah, 70%. Exactly.
Perfect.
I can keep my humidor just open like this. But let's have something. Let's have something normal. Let's have something normal today.
This is like sweet and sour.
Yes, it's supposed to be nasty. But you know, if you can go through with that #1 cigar that you have recently, you can definitely enjoy that one.
It was weird.
Today the mailman is supposed to show up at my house.
Okay.
Give me my what's the thing called? Jury duty paperwork. And bring me the SSL cigar today. Just kind of excited. Came home.
Nothing.
Mailman did not even show up at all. My jury duty, all that stuff did not show up.
Cool.
So I'm gonna smoke this Appetito today.
What is it? I have no
That's
idea what that is.
Appetito is the one that produced that SSL cigar.
Oh. Well,
This is just basically a light cigar, so it's nothing crazy. Tastes pretty good though. I like it.
remember that Davidoff that I ordered?
Didn't show up either.
They didn't ship it. They can't. They don't have it.
What does that mean?
It means when I contact them today, they're like, "Oh, we didn't ship anything yet because we don't have it."
But what? So what is the point to pre-order it?
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we're trying to contact Davidoff, whatever, and all that," and they're like, "Oh, we won't know until Monday."
All good.
I'm gonna complain, and I'll be like, "Yo, toss it in a box."
Well, you should tell them that, you know, had I know you guys are not gonna have anything, I will have just bought straight from Davidoff. It will be the same
Yeah.
price. All right, that's not good. Start the tunnel today.
Oh,
Hashi.
right? Surprise!
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, good.
Eric is enjoying his white hour mango right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see it. It's a thing of beauty, and it's not banded.
Yeah, I know. That's like everybody say that. Oh,
It's
man.
the perfection cigar for him. Right?
Hey, I'd rather
Yeah.
smoke this than a Podomo, though.
You should be glad that's that size. At least it's not like a freaking
Yeah, it's not like a real cigar shit.
9 by 90. You know? At least not one of those with the mango
You know, I
flavor.
I did tell the shop owner here to get me the new lunatic, the
Mhm.
10 by 100.
All right, that's gonna be fun. How is that cigar though? How is it?
This one,
Yeah,
it's sweet and sour, and it have this. It tastes like puke.
it's about right.
Like literally, it tastes like like the aftermath of you when you puke, and then you have that taste in your mouth. That's what it tastes like.
That sounds about right.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah, that's how a cigarette tastes like in your mouth. So
Let's not bring up cigarettes, huh?
Right. Thank you.
don't ever do that again.
Well, I guess that's why you're smoking that cigar, is because you.
He fucked up.
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Boy, smoking Hashi.
New World?
Hold on.
No, other side.
Yeah, there you go. New World.
Dorado.
Yep.
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 What a weekend. This weekend feels weird.
The week was busy, quick, and yeah, now it's the weekend and it feels a little different.
It does. It don't even feel like it's Saturday.
Yeah, I went out today, went to Newberry Street. Because my wife just to have that really weird desire to do so today. I don't know why.
To go where?
Newberry Street.
Oh,
That street is pretty much dead. I don't know why people go there. And I met a bunch of people that's from Texas. And
what a
From
coincidence.
Texas?
yeah, from Texas. And then they were just walking around trying to find a way to the park. And I swear, even though they look like they're looking for the park, they're really picking up chicks. Everything they only go ask the chick how to get to the park. And I was right next to them. I was like, no, that way. And they just ignore.
They
like,
ignore you.
Yeah, they weren't trying to get to the park.
it's like, where's the Boston Garden? Oh, that way. No, like I thought it's this way. No, it's that way. I live here. I know. That way. And then like, and then the girl was talking like holding the Celsius, and then she's like, yeah, beggars can be choosers. This is all we have. We're gonna drink it here. But yeah, if you wanna go to the park, you go to this way, blah 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 blah. You know, and they were just, oh yeah, it's actually not bad, blah blah blah. They were just chatting and this is the middle of the street. So I'm like, no, park is that way. Just walk that way, straight down. They're like, okay, and then just continue to talk to the girl. I was like, yeah, they're not here for the park.
Nope.
I know they're not here for anything. There's nothing in
you're just
Massachusetts they want.
Intruding. That's what you are. You're intruding.
I know. I don't care. I'm there to break up their adventure because I know they're not there. They don't come to Boston for tourism because we got shit. All right, we don't have anything here.
You got that aquarium, man. Come on.
I know the only reason they're there is probably they go for a wedding, business meet or convention, and they just happen to be there and come down to Newberry Street picking up some chicks. But I just want to give them shit, so I walked by. What's really funny is after I say that, an old man, a really old man, I don't know if it's part of their group, an old man came over and says, so which way is the garden? I was like, that way. He was like, isn't it that way? That looks like there's trees there. And I'll go, no, that way goes to Commonwealth Avenue. And it does not go to the park. He's like, well, but then it's like it's Boston Common, right? I was like, I just told you that way. You gotta walk that way or not.
Maybe
And
you don't know
he
your
was like-
direction, man. Come on.
He was like, okay, I might as well. I was like, yeah, you will. And I walked away,
I don't live or anything. I haven't been here my whole life,
I don't just come here like every other freaking week when in the past. It's like the Boston Common and the garden is gonna move from one end to the other because they feel like it. Get out of here. So yeah, that's what happened today. And went to some new restaurant, and this is the weirdest thing. We went to this Japanese ramen restaurant opened by either Mexicans or Latinos. They cannot speak English. Right? And it has interesting menu. Okay, it sounds interesting. They have this really spicy ones. They have like a truffle flavor one and whatever. And the girl tried to explain to us, it's like, oh, if you eat here, you know, the noodles mold, so it's tasty. We're like, mold? Yeah, mold. And then she's like, yeah, if you eat it here, it's special. I said, no, we'll just take it back. It's fine. We'll take it over. And then we ordered our food. We went to next door, get some cake, came back, and then you can see they use a smoker to smoke the noodle. And I was like, not mold, smoke. Yeah. It's all Mexican here. It's like the whole kitchen plus the owner. It's all either Mexican or Latino because they speak in Spanish. So yeah, we're like, yeah, we're kind of all right, fine. It's new food, right? Let's give it a try. Bring it home. I ate mine. It tastes like mapo tofu on top of noodle with some miso soup on top. Definitely the wrong noodle to use too. That's fine. And then my wife, she took a nap, she get up, she ate. She had hers. She's like, oh, it smells like truffle. And then 2 minutes later, I think this is the worst ramen I've eaten in my life.
It has truffle. Truffle is expensive.
It smells like truffle, it didn't taste like truffle.
What's up, Ethan?
So yeah. So we just had a really bad dinner, and then a good thing I had some Auntie Anne's pretzel dogs. I got pretzel dogs.
Oh.
So I ate that, and after that I'm so hungry, so I ate a Burger King burger too. And then right before I came down, I had a bite of a cookie that's on the table for 2 weeks. My wife was like, "Good luck." I said, "I need something sweet." I just took a bite, and I was like, "Oh, that's dry." And my wife was like, "Good luck." So yeah, that's pretty interesting Saturday for me.
It's funny you said that.
My girl. Oh,
Go ahead.
Matt.
I said it's funny you said that because we were just at my son's house and his wife had made some cookies and he was like, "Yeah, they didn't turn out the way she wanted. They're a little hard, but they're still good." And then he went upstairs to get ready, and they were both upstairs. My wife were downstairs eating, and we're like, "Damn."
Yeah.
She was trying to be nice. She brought the cookie into the car with us, and I'm like, "It's just sitting there. Fuck, I had to eat it."
Oh no, if it's hard, it's fine. You just get a cup of water and put it in the microwave, and just microwave for like 10 seconds. It'll be soft.
It was pretty rough, man. It was burnt.
So I just like warm cookies, microwave that thing.
Oh, I like warm, soft cookies too. These things were rough. You could taste the burnt pretty more than the chocolate.
So you don't want to use the word burnt. You gotta get smoky.
Smoky. It was pretty rough. It wasn't bad, but it was, yeah.
A minute too much kind of thing. Usually happens.
And then then we went down to Salt Lake, had some bomb ass pizza. It's thick as shit, man. Let me see if there's still a piece of this pizza here. It's kind of like that Chicago pizza.
Oh, holy
man.
shit!
Oh, damn.
That's
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's a meal right there. That's a meal right there. One
I
piece.
can only eat one piece. I'm still full.
Yeah. Recently, I've been eating a lot of that kind of stuff. Like I remember I had the pretzel pizza and stuff like that. They're like that thick, and you just eat one, you're like about to die, passed out. So.
Well, I remember you had those muffin pizzas or whatever.
Yeah. Those things
Those
are
look
gigantic. They are like, and that entire thing is dough.
They looked good as hell though.
Yeah, you eat one piece, you're like, your body's basically like, oh, let's shoot all the insulin through. Let's go crazy. Let's make this guy pass out in the next 6 hours to digest that little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan, the pizza is delicious. It's good. The crust is really airy too. It's thin. It's not that really thick, heavy. So it's easy to eat.
No, the reason the crust is thin is because the inner dough is so thick. It never cooked through.
Well, I meant like the whole dough. It's got like air bubbles in it and stuff. So it's like
Okay,
Thinner.
so
Make
it's
a-
like
it
one of
make- it
those
make
like
it light.
East, though.
Oh,
It's nice.
that's really good.
Yeah, can't eat that every day though. You'll just pass out every single day. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had a decent pizza joint around here. How do you screw up pizza? By having too many, too much material on it, I think. Like if your local pizza joint really doesn't have a good pizza, just order cheese pizza and have nothing on it. They usually taste okay. Right?
Yeah.
Go there like I would like your local Mike's special pizza, please. And then you eat it, it's like taste shit like shit. And then you're like, you know what? Next time just give me cheese pizza.
Give me cheese.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've been on this hiatus with this pineapple and jalapenos on the pizza.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man, fire!
Sweet,
All right, you
spicy,
gotta
cheesy.
spark another argument about pineapple don't belong on pizza.
I know. I agreed because I was like, I'm like, what the hell, pineapple? My daughter brought it home one day, a couple years ago, and I tasted it, and I was like, damn, that's
No.
really good.
Here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
Some of the stuff doesn't belong on food, but you still want to try it, right? Even if you don't like it, you gotta try it one time in your life, and then then you can say something like you try gurkha and say this gurkha sucked. Okay, you gotta try it one time, right?
He said Pizza Hut or Chuck E. Cheese is all he had.
Hey, Chuck E. Cheese have good pizza though.
No
way.
No.
Chuck E. Cheese have good
Tony.
pizza.
No.
Tony, you crazy,
You
my
just
boy.
but that's the thing. All you can get is get that cheese pizza. Don't get anything else on it.
But that cheese pizza ain't that good, man.
Yeah. When you're hungry and you're just hanging out with friends, Chuck E. Cheese pizza tastes good. Okay.
Also, it's Little
Stick with me.
Caesars if you're
Stick with
fucking hungry enough.
Yeah, like Little Caesar is better than Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
When I live in Peabody, Massachusetts, it's a town with that's rich people, but like nothing there. All right, no, like there's nothing, but there is one arcade place that's near there, and every Wednesday they have pizza for $3. I swear to God, that $3 pizza tastes so good. It's an entire large pizza for $3. Pepperoni and stuff. Oh, so good. I don't know.
Damn. $3.
When I said the jalapeno and pineapple, I thought Ethan was going to disagree with us because me and Eric could try to get him to taste steak with the.
No, jalapeno is actually pretty good on pizza in my opinion. I actually like jalapeno on pizza. I don't know.
Yeah,
just
give
me.
it a little kick, A little
Oh
kick.
yeah, man! It's really good.
Yeah, I like jalapeno on pizza.
Next time, try pineapple, ham, and jalapeno together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was
Jalapeno on
like
pizza is pretty
40, 44 or 45 years old when I finally tried this. So
Shit. Oh man. It feels like everybody bought some cigar last week, right? Does it feel like everybody bought some cigar last week? Did you buy cigar last week?
This week. You know I did.
Oh, I know you did. Yeah.
oh, sorry. Did you ask me? Oh, sorry. I was reading the
Did you-
comments.
Did you buy cigar last week?
Me?
Yeah, any cigar at all last week.
Just what I brought back from Dallas.
So you did buy cigar, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like everybody bought cigar last week. Wait! Stop! You have the other stick. You haven't smoked it yet. You just moved to the other stick. No.
Wait. There
Two
was
mango
no-
steak, right? Two.
No, it was only one.
I thought it was
It's
two.
a 2-pack. It's a 2 for $1.
That doesn't mean I can smoke two.
It's not like you're gonna let it go to waste, are you?
I'm gonna use it for a short.
All right, if I get to see a short, I'll let that one go. It's like, yo, we talk about 2 for $1, you know? Even though we mocked it a lot, that 99-cent cigar is still 100% tobacco in a way. It's just really
Yeah,
bad
short
tobacco.
filler.
So
Yeah, short filler.
No, it's not 100%. 100%. They have paper in the middle.
it shouldn't have paper in the middle.
Yeah,
Paper?
it's fucking compressed tobacco paper.
Okay.
You
that's
sure?
Disgusting.
Yeah, dude. Yes, I'm sure. It's like the wrap outside of it is like paper.
It shouldn't be. It should be really
paper.
bad, like infused tobacco.
No, it's actually paper.
Cut it open. Cut the second one open.
What?
It's not leaf, homie.
You sure?
Yeah, look. I'm gonna.
No, just
open
put it on the screen. Put it onto the screen.
It's not a leaf.
Oh yeah, it's not a leaf.
Dang. Wow.
So
Hold on. Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Wow.
Let me look it up. White owl.
Well, I guess it's like smoking a cigarette then.
no,
So does that mean you got to do it again?
All right, hold on.
Ethan says, "I bet it's hand rolled though." No, I bet you that fucker's machine rolled. I guarantee that.
straight up. Yep.
Or else that goddamn white owl would be like $7, $8.
Yo, it's still tobacco. The cigar are made with a sheet type wrapper and a binder that encase mix filler. It's still tobacco. It's it's invincible cigar feature imported Sumatran's wrapper. What the hell does that mean?
It's fucking compressed fucking with
Fake.
paper.
Fake. Using all those words that aren't real.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like, dude, it's compressed fucking paper, bro.
No. They are
It's like
Caribbean Basin Cuban sea tobacco blend.
Cuban seed, right?
Yeah. So is it a Cuban then?
What does
Shit.
that mean?
Nuttingham fruits?
What does that mean?
They mean. It means
Okay,
fucking fake tobacco.
So white owl tobacco filler originating from 5 different nations are wrapped in a harmonized sheet. Okay, so what it is means is they take a tobacco and then they grind it up into like liquid and pack them in there and then roll them out into a sheet.
So are they compressing it to make it like a sheet of paper, and then well, it's all wet, and then
Yeah,
cutting
it's
it
like
up?
the same way we make paper, but they use tobacco to do it.
Right.
So it's a lot cheaper because you can't tell which one's bad, which is good. And then probably that's where they put down like a gallon of mango juice.
What's up, Michael?
It's hot.
I can tell. Today we're here, over here. It's really hot too.
Yeah,
We're like walking, and my wife was like, "You know, when we go to Texas, it's gotta be like this every day." I was like, "No, it's not. I'm gonna be inside."
It's not. Well, it's not hot in Texas.
It's gonna be humid though. You're gonna deal with the humidity in Texas.
That's okay. I'll do the same thing. I'll leave my humidor open. Well, right now it's 70% in my basement right now.
Yeah,
Right now,
I saw
like-
next week, Michael. It's supposed to be like 115, 100 something like that out there next week.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was already like let's see. Last week we hit like 117 on one day. Dude, I don't know. It's okay. I mean, it's not like the clouds are. It's gonna get close to rainy season, so the clouds are like in the distance. It's not. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain, but it put the humidity up a little bit.
It's that monsoon season.
Damn.
And the thing with Arizona, they got all these. I don't know what those trees are called, Michael, but they're really weak. And every time that monsoon comes in, it rips all kinds of trees out and shit.
It'd be the mesquites, some of the Palo Verde trees.
Yeah, they're everywhere, but I'm like, they keep planting them everywhere. They look good, but then when the wind comes in, it just rips them right out.
It's because of where they plant them. Because like the ones that we have in our yards that have actually grown from being small, they don't have that problem.
So
But
they
they use, yeah, they'll plant them in like those medians and crap, and they plant them as like they're already like teenage trees.
right.
So they don't have any roots, so they just fly out.
Yeah, they're not planted. They don't have roots planted.
Now you guys gotta excuse my wrapper being like this because I got pissed off at it. I'm gonna hold it
What
and
do you
smoke
do?
it.
What
It
do you
looks like
do?
you got a taco.
Well, you see,
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I just
What-
pulled it
what
out.
was that?
Like, fuck. Huh?
What cigar was that?
That was an Abendito. I guess the person who wrote this decided to give me shitty time. So now I have draw. So before it's like there's no draw. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Magic tool. Somebody should repackage this as cigar tool.
Yeah,
They have
gold
really
plating.
they have the micro ones. I've got some of those.
Yeah,
I want to get like those those long bent needle nose like the surgeon use.
I got a couple pair of those in my toolbox. Long straight ones,
Yeah.
different angled ones.
Yeah, I use those for like electrical shit always.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hose
gotta get the
clamps.
super thin one the surgeons use to kind of pick it out like that. Yeah, because I was pulling it out and then like the thing start to compress it. It comes with it, so they start to pull the bottom up. So I just hold it with my entire thumb and just, and then yeah, that
So
ripped it.
those things that other people use, the one that go in there and twist it and shit.
Hmm?
Does it work? The draw
Yes
tool?
and no. Majority of the time it doesn't.
It doesn't
Sometimes
work.
it works.
Perfect
Sometimes.
draw or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use it sometimes, but I think probably 8 out of the 10 times it doesn't work. But there's gonna be 2 times it just hit the right spot and it will work.
Okay.
Because you're pulling the tobacco out. Like that thing hooks the tobacco out, but it doesn't really loosen the knot or whatever. That's like, it creates a path, but that's like it then but it
Right.
makes it feel like it's tunneling because it has
Yeah.
a tunnel
I could
that you
imagine.
create. So
And it doesn't actually get the stem out of there.
yeah. So
Oh, I see. Thank God I didn't invest in it.
I honestly cannot recommend anybody buy one of these. So
What's that damn thing called, Michael? The thing they put and they stab it with the temperature.
Humidimeter?
no, yeah, that's test the humidifier. The humidity.
Humidimeter.
Is that the humidimeter or something like that?
Yeah.
Like
But
that's
people still
that's
buy that,
ridiculous.
like to test, like, oh, is that 70%?
If you don't trust your own humidor, then fuck.
I was thinking
You
this.
know-
Okay, tell me that if I'm crazy. People test for diabetes. They have to test their blood sugar every day.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
thinking to get one of those, and I'm gonna get a DTT Sobremesa Brulee, and I'm gonna take a chunk of the tobacco from the front, mix it in a liquid, and then grind it up. I'm gonna take a chunk of that cap, mix it in the liquid, and blend it up. So now both will become liquid. Take 2 test strips. One with just the front of the cigar, one with the cap of the cigar. Do you think if I test it, one of them is gonna show some sugar level?
Ooh.
The thing is, like, you don't even have to do that because it is really sweet tip, though.
Yeah, he can say sweet tip, right? But he says it's the same tobacco. When people cut the thing, they cut the side of it to give the cap, right? But that will prove whether or not that's the same tobacco. If one of them tests with some like sugar level of 0.01, the other one tests with sugar level of 0.05,
Oh, you plan? Oh, that's what you plan. Okay.
then somebody added some sugar.
There should not be a test because it's already our pellet.
Well,
we lick
basically,
that
no,
shit, like-
because I remember he said that if you taste sugar, you have no taste bud.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Which one was this? The Brulee Blue or
Yeah, the
something?
blue,
Yeah.
blue.
The
So-
blue.
The blue has definitely got something on it.
Yeah.
But he said there
100%.
He said there isn't, right?
He says that, but
So we can do a
Definitely taste
scientific
something.
test on that. I wonder what is that gonna work because he tests sugar blood level. He's still saying that glucose is glucose. So
I don't know. I ain't never buying.
I can't hear you, Michael. You're muted.
I think somebody screwed up and he just had to like own it and just keep going with it.
Well, last time we were talking with Josh just said, it might be a plot. Like he probably already decided to make that and have people talk about it and deny it and have people buy that other pack with the actual sugar thing going on.
The STF.
Because he came out with that really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Right. So if you think about it, you gotta go out of something that just says, hey, stop production of the regular one, take a portion of these and put sweetened cap on these.
No, Tony, they can sweeten the cap after it's already rolled.
Right,
Yeah.
but then still, he's still gonna go do that and then packaging everything within weeks.
Because yeah, he had them out there quick. That those packages were out there fairly quick.
Yeah, well, they just came in bags, right?
No,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
like
so it's
a
not hard.
paper packaging, but it's packaged.
Oh,
it, was
yeah,
like
that's not
it was like a 5-pack.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, it's not, but it takes time, right? The speed
No,
that
it
he's
was-
came
that
out with
was-
it, after he came out to talk about it, it was ridiculous quick.
Well, like Ethan said, marketing, get people to buy the cigars, and be a part of because he did have they ran a contest of which one, because they were all labeled with a S, T, U, F, and you put in which letter you thought was the one that was sweetened, which one wasn't, and then I think he was a part of that, and he kind of told you if you were right or wrong or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it was a big ordeal. I mean, yeah, there's a shop I go to in Boise that they still have, I think, like 10 packs of those. Shut the fuck
Because
up.
that was quick $50. That was quick $50 for
Yeah,
denying
they're
it.
not cheap. Yeah, they're not cheap.
Because if he really wanted to test it out, he can take his cigar into a lab and they will test it out. And that will come back in 4 days. Right? But he didn't go that way. He went with taste it. Taste these with the real sugar one. Instead of saying that, here's a proof that this thing is holding is tested, double blind tested, and it shows no sugar whatsoever. Kind of thing. There's some sort of ploy there.
I have not tasted a natural tobacco that's that sweet.
I mean, I've tasted some
No.
sweet cigars, but that doesn't taste like that. So.
That it's a whole different kind of sweet when we talk about sweet cigar. It's not that kind of sweet.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, tasting notes is one thing. Tasting sweet is completely different. Everybody can taste
It's
sweet
a
or not,
whole-
right? Everybody can tell whether or not it's sweet or not, but not everybody can tell the notes. Okay, everybody can tell whether or not it's sweet. So if everybody's saying sweet, is there anybody that actually came out and says, no, it's not sweet at all?
Nope.
No,
Other than
I
himself?
think
I think all the review I saw online says it's sweet.
And it's actually a very good cigar, to tell you the truth.
I never said it was bad.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's actually a pretty damn good cigar.
Yeah, it's really good. If it didn't have that sweet cap taste, it'd be really awesome.
And it makes no sense for him to call it brulee if it ain't gonna be sweet.
Right.
Right? Why would you call it brulee if you're gonna name it after dessert? Makes no sense. Some of them were 100% sweet, and the cap was sweet, and the rest of the wrapper was not. No, the cigar, the brulee blue is the cap. Only the cap is sweet. You can lick it anywhere else, it's not gonna be sweet. It's
I
just the
think he's
cap.
talking about the 5-pack. That's how he was trying to get everybody to try them and taste the differences.
Yeah, the STFU 5-pack thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good ploy. It worked. People bought it.
Oh yeah, the hype, man. Don't buy into the hype.
I never bought it.
No. See, that wasn't a hype.
Existed.
That was controversy. Right? That wasn't the hype. That was a controversy. And he started one, so everybody would talk about it.
Right.
And
that's true.
here's the thing though. All news is good news when it comes to popularity or information. So our publicity is good publicity. Bad one now. So he got people to talk about it. He sold way more than normal because that everybody went out to get that. They saw the news and they went out to buy one. So right.
Yeah.
Because normally, I don't know, if I go to a shop it says STF on a cigar, I probably won't get it. Especially it's paper packaged.
I didn't know that exists until you guys tell me so.
It's not there anymore. It's only for that period of time, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. It worked out for him. So that with that being said, I wonder what half we'll have today. What does half?
There's new-
They
There's a
won't,
new
they, won't,
opus coming.
they won't have anything really like they won't have anything like published till probably tomorrow morning.
Right now, there
Tonight.
is something. List of booth that we visited, updating. So
I
day
mean, like
one,
they're actual articles.
since day one today, Sinestro,
Yeah, that one I knew about.
Artesia. What the hell? Okay. Lunch, Roma Craft, Tobacco. What is this? Old Jenner Family Cigars. Okay, don't get that. Padron. What else?
This motherfucker.
Oh, here we go. Arturo Fuente, Hemingway, Opus X, debuting in special Alley Blue Humidor. It's a house.
Oh,
It looks like a house.
there should be a new opus coming out, right?
I don't know. If it counts the Opus X story, you probably have more information than anybody else. Because Opus
Yeah.
X story is the one that I skip every single time.
When are you smoking it?
That's Daughter to Win, exactly.
Uh,
And this motherfucker just. this
Time
thing
one?
is- Yeah.
All right. Be
Fucking
honest,
A, man.
okay? Be honest. What do you guys think about the new Founders band?
they look a lot like the Cuevas bands. Shape wise, I like them. They're way better.
You,
Way
you
better.
actually think they're way better?
Oh, they're way better.
I actually feel like it's cheesy.
No, they're way better. And their boxes
What
look
do you-
awesome.
What you guys talking about? What founder
The
band?
company founders.
Yeah, they look cheesy to me.
They're a lot more ornate than the original ones. You know that.
The Asylum 12 looks pretty cool. And that
does look
really
pretty
cool coloring. Right? The Opus X Society Wolf 1834 collab on Watch Winder Humidor. Well, that's cool. You get to wind three wine watches on there. It holds 50 cigars. Stores 3 watches. That wouldn't make sense though. Why would you want to put your watch near humidity?
Just because it's awesome.
You put your watch near 70% humidity. Everything's gonna rust inside. Yeah, that makes no sense.
But it's outside. It's not inside. So.
No, because it's right under it. It's with that box. So if the
Oh,
humidity,
is it?
yeah, it's so you get a box. Let's say this is the box, right? So the top opens up, you can put cigars, and the 3 winders on the bottom 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally putting it with the humidity, right? I don't know. There's some cigars that I want to look into. That's pretty cool. But what's with their new website? Like when you click on it, everything fades and weird.
Oh, I haven't been on Half Wheel lately. Let's look at the emails. If there's anything, I want to go to the article.
And
that.
Holy crap!
Look at that tunnel.
that's not a tunnel, just a burn mark. It's a burn mark. All right. So today, my wife asked me this question. It's so stupid, but it's a. I want to see what you guys would be talking about this. Okay. Imagine yourself being someone really famous. Okay. Just I know we're not, but imagine yourself being very, very famous. Okay. And then you are walking in the street and you decide to sing a song that was popular on TikTok or whatever that you liked. Because, you just heard it, right? It was it's pretty catchy, you decide to sing it. Somebody record that video of you singing it. Okay? And turns out that song was culturally inappropriate to another country or whatever, another people. And it got so big about that song, the writer of the song came out and apologized. And now they're asking you to apologize for singing that song while you're just out there and about. How would you go about that?
I would not
Apologize. Apologize for singing a song?
Nope.
That was culturally inappropriate to a certain group of people.
Doesn't matter. There's no such thing that's made up. That's a made up idea. So no, I would not apologize. Fuck them.
All right. How about you, Eric?
I don't give a fuck.
All right. How about you, Matt? We're talking about you are someone famous.
Oh, if I was famous?
Yeah, they're about to cancel you for singing that song.
Well, to save face because I was famous, I would probably do it. I mean,
But
how
deep
would
inside,
know though? You know what I mean? How would you ever know? Besides then, you know. But I probably would, just if it offended somebody, like our culture.
And keep in mind that culture is not in your country.
Yeah, it's not my country. Who cares then? Fuck
who
'em.
give a fuck?
If it was Russia, no.
Give a shit.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. If I was famous,
If you're famous,
If I was famous, it'd be more so reason for me to not.
like
to not
imagine you
apologize.
are Kobe Bryant.
You know,
He did.
I probably wouldn't. It just depends.
Or Michael Jordan walking around singing a song.
No, okay. First of all,
Fuck no.
Michael Jordan, he don't give a fuck about anything. So
Right? He doesn't have to, right?
yeah.
Oh
exactly. He don't
no.
give-
See, if Michael Jordan did that and sing a song that was culturally inappropriate to China, and China called him out for it.
I don't think he'd apologize.
I don't think so.
Oh, they'd quit making his shoes.
Did you watch The Last Dance of Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Well, on the interview, he had to appear that way, you know.
No, I think he legitimately doesn't care.
No, legitimately, I don't think he cares.
Oh, of course he doesn't care. His song's like dating ex-wife of Pippin or something like that is going on. He doesn't approve it, but he doesn't give a shit. So
Yeah.
I told my wife that, number one, I wouldn't apologize because I'm not in that country. And if I'm in that country, I will have been more cultural sensitive to certain things. For example, in America, if you do business in America, you know not to use the N-word, period, right?
Yes.
So if I'm in my country and it wasn't culturally unacceptable in my country, I probably wouldn't care, and I sing it because it's out there, you know, whatever. I didn't sing it in turn of to insult anybody, but that song was made that way. So whoever made that song, apologize, not my problem, right? Number one. Number two is I feel like when something like that controversy happened and somebody tried to cancel you, the moment you apologize, you're over. You basically legitimize their reason to cancel you.
Exactly.
So you cannot apologize.
Nope.
It's just like, well, it's unfortunate that song is made that way, but I sing the song. The song was catchy. Right?
Repeat the question. My wife's sitting right here. She wants to answer.
All right. Imagine you're someone very famous, like you know, in the same caliber as like Michael Jordan, or I don't know, Joe Biden or somebody. All right. And you walk in the street, you are singing a song that you heard on TikTok. All right. And that was catchy to you. And you're not thinking about anything when you're singing the song. You might not even sing the whole song. You sing portion of the song. That might not even be culturally insensitive to other people. But that song ended up to be culturally insensitive to a group of people in a different country. So that different country called you out for it and wanted to cancel you and want you to apologize. Now, you didn't do anything at first, but the person who wrote the song came out to apologize, right? So then now he admitted that was culturally insensitive. So now the country is asking you to apologize. Well, they're gonna cancel you. How will you go about?
She said no.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So I told my wife this. I told her, told her the reason. I said, in the end, I'm Chinese, and you cannot say that I'm culturally insensitive because every country in this world has done something to Chinese people. And we were so weak in history, we didn't do anything to anybody. So if they had to apologize for everything that they did was offensive to China, to them, they had to first apologize for everything that they did that was insensitive to Chinese people first.
Well,
Like-
first of all, the Chinese have never apologized for anything they've ever done.
Yeah, because they agree. They think that every country has done something to them.
Testing,
Right.
testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
Okay.
Just a little low, but I can hear you.
Except for
Okay.
So
Vietnam, bro. Vietnam didn't do anything to them.
no. China was being split up by every country back in the day.
No, y'all came to our country and tried to take it over.
No, but we lost, and you guys were like, hey, fuck you, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
We
that's
did.
what happens when you go, hey, Tony, you can't do that. If they're trying to take everybody over and they get beat, you can't go, oh, they
No.
messed with us.
They tried Vietnam
Right?
and
They get
failed.
beat and they kept fucking complaining about
They
it.
tried Vietnam and failed, but like for example, the Hong Kong, the seaport area, it's being split by all European country, right? Back in the day, before Hong Kong became rented out to you to British,
Oh,
it was a settlement. You know, it was taken over by all Westerner. Every country that came to China took
I don't know
over
what that
something.
is.
Russia took over. You know, everybody. Mongolian took over and reigned for a whole dynasty. Everybody did something to Chinese. Okay.
True.
And like
Real
when
quick,
China comes to
Martine, real quick, I'm sorry. Martine, was that a Romacraft in Temperance, Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Okay. That's what that was. It's really good.
when
Here,
Chinese
sorry,
people
sorry,
came
I'm
to the U.S., we were used as bomb fuse. Our restaurant were attacked by not white people, but by black people as well. You know, we were abused for a good amount of time, right? So unless they're gonna apologize for that, I'm not gonna apologize for this. You know, because I don't ask them to apologize for this. They're not gonna ask me to apologize for that.
just like that word in Korean music. That word.
Yeah, you don't want to.
that
Yeah,
mean you,
don't sing
That
that.
mean you. That mean you. But can't say it.
Yeah, so I'm just you know, I wouldn't apologize, and I also had just I told her, you know, maybe one country feels that you're very cultural insensitive, but here's the thing, right? You got haters and you got supporters. By apologizing to the haters, you also denounce your supporters that they were wrong. So you can't apologize, right?
Did he?
I say
Or they see.
she had the same question about the Me Too movement back in the days. I was like, you know, if some woman came out to me, I'm not even gonna comment on it, even if I did it, because at that time she probably had a good reason to say yes, and now she had a good reason to say no.
Did that person apologize or no?
I don't know. I don't even know who she talked about. She just asked that all random.
Oh.
Should never ask for forgiveness. You can apologize for wrongdoing, but you never ask for forgiveness.
Right? It's like, no, it's different time period too, right? Different time period. You can't ask people to apologize for a time period of things where are accepted, right?
Exactly.
So, like for example,
Chris Rock. Chris Rock got fucked like that. And who else?
for
Oh,
example,
hold on.
back in the day, long time ago, the legal marriage age was 13. Right, long time ago. We're talking about long time ago. So
Very long.
are those people that come out and apologize for being a child predator?
No, they have not.
Right? They're not gonna. It was legal. It was back then. It was okay.
Isn't they're dead though, right? So
No, but the problem is that the person that married the 13-year-old is also 13 years old. So it's not like it's like, you know, crazy 70-year-old married 13-year-old, you know. And you know, in fact, nowadays, even though it sounds wrong, you'll find someone in the 20s want to marry someone that's in the 70s.
yep.
It's
And
weird.
I don't understand that.
And like they want to do that. It's not like they, you know, oh,
Yeah, it's not like
wrong.
they're
They
forced.
want to do that. So
That's a mental problem.
hey, Michael, you gotta
So
carry that
close.
new short runs from EP.
All right, oh, they're doing another one, right?
2023.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
short run release not made by EP, but it's
Yeah, I think
released by
it's-
EP.
Yeah, I think it's going to be made by. I can't remember who it's made by. Oliva? I don't remember.
Tabacalera La Alezana.
Alianza.
Alianza. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That looks interesting. So yeah, that you know, that was a question. It was so random. I was like passing out from my dinner, and she just asked me that. I was like, huh? What do you mean by that? Like, what did I do? So, and she didn't even tell me who it is. She just like asked me. Like, I told her like, never apologize until they prove you wrong. I mean, that's the American legal system, right? Why would you admit like, take a plea deal if you have a chance to win?
No, you have a chance to win. You fight it.
No, a lot of people will just take plea deal. Like when you go to the court and plead guilty, it makes no sense. So why bother go to the court then?
Sometimes there's a strategy to that.
Or you get a lesser sentence.
Yeah, because if it's one of those ones where it's a case they can't win and they know it, they're like, yeah, plead guilty. Maybe you'll get some time knocked off.
I don't know. Like I would think that if I did something that I know I cannot win, I'm just gonna plead not guilty and pretend I'm some crazy thing and literally turn myself crazy so I don't have to go to jail or go to the asylum instead.
Tony, they figure that out. They're not stupid.
Well, I know they could, but now there are psychopaths that can convince themselves that to be that way.
I mean, if you try hard enough to convince yourself, yeah.
Yeah, the other day my wife was asking this, okay? If you can control your heartbeat, does that mean you can always defeat the lie tester?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. No, if you can, there's tricks that have been.
Matt, you're
You
saying
can
yes, but you're shaking your head. Yes.
You can control. You can control your emotions to where when you're asked something you don't.
You got to be pretty damn good.
I told my wife.
Very good.
I
Like,
told my wife it will be inconsistent and there might be inconclusive. It does not mean you'll beat it. It just means
There are people. Yeah, there's tricks where like they've always heard like you put they have the tack either in their shoe or whatever. That stuff works because it evens out the anxiety.
right. But like I feel like they will still judge it. Like even if it's inconclusive, either they will say it's inconclusive or they will just say you lied.
Well, Martin, they'll put like a thumbtack in their shoe.
Because there's
And
a
every
lot of
time they're going
people.
to answer the question, they push on it and it gives you a little bit of pain. And so that little bit of pain takes and
Jerks your heartbeat a
balances
little
out
bit.
balances out the anxiety by raising your heartbeat slightly enough to where it comes out to where it looks like you're not lying at all.
They will do that for every question, regardless true or not. They will just do that every question, so it will always look like they either tell the truth or lying. But because they answer the same way, like they will first ask you, "Is this your birthday? Is this your name?" Those things are the base, right? But if your baseline goes like this every time, and when you're doing it because it's pain, and when they ask you a false question too, you step on it too. It looks like that. It looks like you're always telling the truth no matter what you say.
There's ways to beat it. That's why they legally don't use them. It's got no precedent in being able to use as a legal.
But there's also false positives too, and false
Yeah.
negatives when it comes to it. So I say it will be inconsistent, but that is up to the person to say whether or not you're lying too, right? So
Yeah, and it's not admissible in court either.
Right.
So I told her that I don't think you can beat it every time, but they will just tell you that it's inconclusive, or they just don't believe you.
Well, inconclusive means you win, man.
Yeah, well, inconclusive usually will give you a different method or whatever. So I don't know. It will be very hard because even that thumbtack one, like they found a way to tell that subtle jerk on your heartbeat. So I don't know. She had the weirdest question sometimes. So are you trying to commit a crime or something like that? I don't know.
Better watch that, Tony.
Murderer.
Better
You're
watch
like my
that.
ex. You would
planning something.
commit murder.
So I have not received a jury duty summon for 25 years. Because the first time when I filled it up, I feel I cannot speak English. But somehow I receive another one, or supposedly I look at my they scan whatever you're about to receive, and one of them is a jury duty. I said, why did I receive that? I'm pretty sure.
Dude, in the last 18 years, I've gotten 4 of them.
And I feel like
do any of it?
I feel like the problem. Wait, how do you not do it?
After show, I will tell you.
Okay, so I feel like the problem is because I became an American citizen. Now I can't say I don't speak English.
I mean, you only speak English for the test.
No, you have to be able to communicate. There's an interview, so
Yeah, but
you must
You
be
can
able
do
to
it
read and write.
if you like old enough and you live here, like older people, they have like a different translator thing to take the citizenship test.
They take they'll select they're selecting the jury. So if they feel that you can't communicate the language and understand everything, they'll 86 you. They'll be like, no, you're out of here.
No, dude, I know there's Vietnamese people that can't speak English well. Older people that live here for a long time, they take the test in a different language.
Yeah, we talk about older people, like those old people that doesn't do jury duty anymore. They can't even go out anymore, kind of thing. So they don't even select those. I think that's what you mean. Like I think back in the day, there's actual choices. I'm too old. I can't go to places. Well, I don't have transportation. Whatever that was. They have multiple reasons that you don't do it.
Select all of them.
Right. So like I will go. It's not a big deal. It's just just don't cut into my time where I'm not in the country. So.
Or when you go in there, just act super racist.
Trust me, they would not want you, Tony.
It works. I've never done it. But
No, I'm gonna go there and tell them what they did wrong. It's like, hey, lawyer, come over here. Let me tell you what you did wrong.
Yeah.
I think I've only got one jury thing my whole life and never got past the, calling in or whatever to see if you got picked. And that was it. That was all I've ever gotten.
Oh, really? We'll see. I'm gonna check that I'm super racist. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, try it. Is he white? He's guilty.
No, like they call me up and I'm like, what do you think about this news? I read news every day. Guilty. Right? I hate everybody. What is the race? Asian. Guilty.
That's messed up, though. If you do that, that's so messed up.
Even though I know it's your duty, but I don't like that system. You're making multiple people to judge whether or not your lawyer did good enough lying. That really makes no sense for, you're telling people to judge whether or not. I don't know. Does it look like always lying would it be easier, slow down the heartbeat and keep it upbeat? No, because that's why they have the baseline. You cannot lie about the baseline, right? So if it's always baseline, it looks like you're always telling the truth. There's not always lying, because then that means like when they say, hey, is your name Ethan? And you say yes, and that is lie, then it wouldn't work. They'll keep asking this normal question until they can establish a baseline.
It's all about equalizing your heartbeat.
So
Just don't get nervous, Just don't get nervous.
Which you should. You should be nervous. You'll be like, with all this thing on your arm, and you're just like there, and then it's like, all right, only answer the question in the form of yes or no.
Yeah, so the whole process of that, just hooking the machine up to your arm and everything, it is kind of nerve-wracking for people.
You imagine, like, is your name Tony? And you go, yes.
Shit.
Technically, no.
Not exactly. It's Ilias, but
Yeah, my American name or my Chinese name?
But like, what should I talk about? Is it at nighttime or the daytime? It's like Bruce Wayne, Batman. They kind of is, but not really. The doctor's like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Just bring them a whole fucking loop, bro. Just answer the whole question with a loop.
The problem really is because the answer is yes and no, and not every question could be judged, but yes and no. Right? So if they sometimes it's like yes, but there's always a but.
You can load questions really badly that way.
So yeah, I mean, that's the craziest thing. So, Albert, did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. Val knows how to host, brother. I'm telling you that.
I don't know if Val knows how to host, but I know it's definitely good to have a private bartender wherever you walk.
Right? Hell yeah.
You should have said Val knows how to treat a girl.
Well, that too, yeah.
Right? I mean, if I'm walking around and then whenever I decide to sit down, somebody's making an old fashioned, I'm not gonna complain. That's the best time ever.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. That was like, I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's cool. This is real cool.
Yeah. Did he have all the coolers like he did with me?
He has the cooler, the little pack, and then the jar of cherries and
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, he had it all.
I was blown away.
Now before it was like everybody must go to Arizona, go to Fine Ash to try their old fashioned. Now it's like everybody must go visit Val for a week.
Yeah. Well, that was gonna. Yeah, we don't have a list of things to get before that happens, though. So you have to get his list of things.
No, that's fine. I mean, Val, just make sure when you come to Miami, bring your cooler, backpacks, and everything. You know, your whole setup. You know, tongs and cups, an ice maker. You know.
Yep. That's it.
And we went
That's
to
cool.
Lewis's place. He's just like, "Hey, Lewis, can I borrow your bar?" And he just like, you just sweep, get everything off the table, and take yours on there. It's like, and then he will be standing there, says, "Okay, everybody, I'm ready. You can order anything, as long as it's old fashioned."
That's right. Old fashions only. That's right.
Right? I mean that's gonna be a good time, whatever that is.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
with that said, Michael, did you get it settled? Is it good? We're good? Kind of.
The thing about this is your fault, Tony.
You skip. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
It's your fault.
This is your fault. This old-fashioned thing, this is your fault.
It's not my fault. I don't know how that is my fault.
Wait, because you keep bringing up this place called Fine Ash.
I'm not the only one.
Hey,
Hashimoto is.
I said, well, wait a minute. No. Hashimoto may have taken you to Fine Ash, and you may have had the old-fashioned from Fine Ash, but you always say, if you ever tasted an old-fashioned, there's nothing better than Fine Ash. And I said, I can
That's
make
not
an
what I say.
old-fashioned. So I set my mind to learn how to make an old-fashioned. So that's your fault that I make an old-fashioned, because I was never interested in it.
So out of all the 15 people that talk about old fashioned in Fine Ash, I'm the reason that's okay.
Yeah, yes.
It's always your
You're
fault.
the reason.
Oh my god.
You're the
Val,
reason.
next time you come out to Arizona,
Yeah.
I may be living in Phoenix by then. I'll take you there and get you one. You'll see if you like it.
Well, you're moving to Phoenix?
Well, I tell you this. I tell you this much. When I was there, speaking with my very close, good friend, almost extra buddy, Shadow, close to my heart, but not my mind, but there in spirit and heart, Mr. Luis Cuevas. We're like this now because he listened to my hat story. Okay?
Yeah.
We're like this. And when he said, you know what, you're right, that was all it took.
No. He said, "You're right, but you're wrong." That's not
Wait,
missed the
wait.
second part.
How he
Wait a minute.
chooses to remember it is his choice.
This is my memory, okay? Just because you heard it differently, okay? This is my
No,
memory.
I didn't
My
hear
memory.
it. You were the one that
My-
told the story.
Yeah, maybe I was mistaken. That's what it was. I was mistaken. I was wrong. That was an error. I admit it. But my buddy, Mr. Luis Cuevas, when he said, you're right, that's all I had to hear. Yeah, he did mention that I'm wrong too, but I don't remember that much part of it.
You listen like a woman.
Oh my God.
Oh man!
Is that what they call mansplaining?
Wow.
All right, Mike.
That's how women. That's how women hear things. They're like, "You're right," but no. You said I was right. That's all they hear.
By the way, I did show that picture of you eating the hot dog, or was that sausage? I can tell, to my wife. And
Yeah, it was
literally the
a-
first word out of my wife's mouth. That is so sad.
No. Oh, let me tell you the story behind that. Okay. So what happened was. I can blame my wife because indirectly it is her fault, but it is. I'll take
Mansplaining.
partial.
Go
I
ahead.
will take partial blame. So what happened was, we got everything ready, right? And she says, she got the hamburger buns and hot dog buns. Now, mind you, I want you to keep this in mind. She got everything ready for me in nice containers. Sliced the lettuce, sliced the tomatoes, had everything ready to go, right? Had the mustard, had the ketchup, whatever. And then the last minute, she said, I got everything. I just got to put the buns in the bag. I heard the buns in the bag.
Just like how you heard, you're right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You got it. Yes, Tony, you the man. You got it. So the last thing I heard, and I'm putting stuff
Mhm.
in the car. Keep in mind, Albert has no idea.
Yeah. Had,
Albert has no idea.
had
what-
he told me, I would have told him to get the effing buns, man.
So the last thing I remember
Man.
was my wife grabbing the buns, put them on the table, and then she says, "All I gotta do is put the buns in the bag." And all I heard was buns aren't in the bag. I grabbed the bag, got everything inside the car, and then we're off and gone. As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
we're ready.
they're there.
Okay, we're ready. We got everything. So we get up, we park, we start taking out the stuff. Albert is taking out the bag. He takes out the Weber Q grill for gate tailgating. Take out the chairs. We got everything lined up. My son hooks up the propane tank and the grill, lights it up, and we're sitting down. Pull out a cigar. You know, I do not drink beer anymore, so my son offers Albert a beer, and of course, Albert graciously said, "Yes, why not? I have one with you." So now we're sitting down smoking cigars and we're talking a little bit. And my son says, "Well, okay, let's have some hot dogs and hamburgers on." And I said, "Okay." I opened up the bag and there's no buns. I said, "Okay, there's another bag." So she has a separate bag with the glasses, with the plastic cups, with the paper plates, with the napkins, the paper towels, the plastic forks, the plastic knives,
All of it.
the tongs, the flipper, whatever, all in a bag. I am looking for the buns. A blind man looking for buns, okay? That's what she said. Anyway. Anyway, I can't find them. I go back in the car. I look in the back seat. I look in the front seat. If I could lift up the seat, look underneath it, I'd look under there too. I go in the back. I'm moving all stuff around. I don't find the buns. When I come out, I don't see the buns. I can't find the buns. Albert says, "Well, that's okay. We don't need buns. It's fine. It's perfect. Don't worry about it." I am worried about it, but Albert's just sitting down, laid back, drinking the beer, smoking a cigar. "Don't worry about it, man. Everything's cool. Everything's cool." So of course, now I'm upset, right? I'm upset because the buns ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
So who do I?
Please don't tell me you call your wife.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's not how you
Well,
solve
to
a
be fair,
problem.
she was coming up anyway. She was dropping off his granddaughter. So
So
it was in the cards. It would have worked.
So anyway, I call her up. I said, "Honey, I thought you said you put the buns in the bag." She goes, "Uh-huh. You thought so, huh?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I told you all I had to do was put the buns in the bag." And all I heard was buns in the bag. All right. And then she says, "Well, didn't you see the buns on the table next to the bag?" I
No.
said, "No."
Now you might kill zone. Now you might kill zone.
I said, "No." I just grabbed the bag. She goes, "Well, the buns are on the table." I said, "Okay, so part of the other equation is my granddaughter was going to go with us, and she was supposed to get out of work early, but she didn't. So now she's going to meet us down there." So Alberts drove our car to pick up my son, and my son drove us to the park. Then my wife says, I'll drive Isabel to you when she gets here. She won't get home till like 4:30. Okay? 4:30, 4:45. Well, parking starts at 5 o'clock,
Okay.
and your tailgate window is from literally
5 to 7.
from the time you park till 7 p.m. Game time is at 7:10. Now, who starts a game on time? Who starts a baseball game on time?
Every team in the league.
I think
Well, I know-
every place starts again right on time. No.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I don't believe that. I believe they're going to be. I believe they're going to be a little late. Okay.
Why? They would never be late.
Well, well, Val, you're right, but you're wrong.
As usual.
Okay, and then
So of course, my wife says, "Well, I'm bringing Isabel down to you," but they're already on the way. By the time I call up again, they're already on the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the buns are at the house. She didn't think about bringing the buns with her. Okay.
Can you stop and get some buns on the way?
Yes.
We tried.
Yes. However, the route that she came, she had to take the expressway.
Yeah. No store.
And when you get off, there's no stores.
No store.
okay,
No
okay.
stores.
Gas station. Gas station.
No.
No.
All right, keep going. In the end, did you have buns or no?
No.
No.
Why didn't anybody? Why didn't anybody ask around if anybody have extra buns that you can buy?
Don't-
I
wait a
thought of
minute.
that. I thought of that.
Time out here. Time out here. You're talking about. Now, mind you, the people on the left of us, I kind of want to say they had their stuff catered
Yeah.
because all they did was
They have
put
like a tray of
food.
Mexican food.
So all they did was set up their chairs. They sat down. There's a guy comes over, pops up a table, takes out trays, starts making stuff, puts them on plates, and they're being passed around. Now I
No
did
buns there.
no buns though, because you have to remember.
Well,
You have to go to like $20.
Well,
Anybody have some buns?
No,
there was one lady she had some nice buns actually, but that's a different story.
yeah, yeah. He definitely was in my kill zone.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I did think about going over there to ask if they had any buns, but they're having tortillas.
I can eat it with tortillas.
That's the way you
Oh,
do it,
yeah,
like
do
Mexican.
it with the tortillas. Perfect. I do that when I'm hunting. all
Yeah.
There
You're
you go.
welcome.
Wait a minute.
But Stadium had a bunch of buns.
Okay, look at this. You're talking to the Americanization of Val Chavez.
Yeah. No.
Val Chavez does not eat a hamburger on a tortilla.
Yeah.
Val
We
Chavez
forgot
does
about
not
that.
eat a
That's
hot
good.
dog bun on a tortilla.
It's actually good.
Do you know what
We
I
forgot
eat it
about
on?
that.
A
Buns.
bun.
That was about 40 years ago, guys.
Well, I don't see you go ask that nice bun. Can I borrow your bun?
But no,
Yeah.
I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it because
We ate sausage on a stick.
I only eat my sausage on a bun. Can I borrow your bun for a second?
no, I didn't do it. Didn't do it because Mr. Pride over here, me, I am not going to go walk over to the left or beyond the left or to the right or beyond the right and ask, hey, listen, do you have any extra buns? You ain't
I
using,
will
or
have
do you
when I
any extra
ask.
buns?"
I will have when I ask. I will not eat
No.
the dog by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
You know
good
what?
though. It was tasty.
Wow.
See, Tony, by you not eating it the way we experienced it, you missed out an experience.
Well, that's why I don't go to tailgate.
See, you're missing out, Tony. You're missing out.
I'm more than happy to miss out a situation where somebody forgot to bring the bun.
Tony, you don't have a truck, so you couldn't have a tailgate anyways.
Exactly.
I had
Mhm.
SUV. I had
And he
SUV.
doesn't have a truck. He doesn't have a truck yet.
I had an
Yeah.
SUV.
Yeah, right. When you move to Texas, you will.
No, I had SUV.
SUV doesn't have a tailgate. A truck has a tailgate.
But then everybody like over there just opened their freaking trunk in the back, the SUV's trunk, and they still do it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
smoke with the whole
That's
car.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
But anyway, there we were. Dogs on a fork. Okay.
Hamburgers on
No,
the plate.
here's the hamburgers on a plate. But here's the thing:
It worked.
Well, number two. I'm gonna say number two. Number one is that it didn't phase Albert at all. Didn't bother him a bit that there was no buns.
No.
Oh yeah, man, that'll work. That'll do. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been me. I'm the same way. I'd be like, okay, no big deal. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
it wouldn't be a big deal. No, here's the thing. It wouldn't be a big deal, but you could have a 100%. Like it's like, Val, would you make your old fashioned if you didn't have any orange?
Nope.
No.
But it would be called something else at that point.
I would call it other fashion.
But you wouldn't make it. You'd be like, I have to go get the orange.
It'd be called
Yes.
the blind man fashion.
Yes. You're absolutely right, Tony. I wouldn't make it without orange.
You see?
And I would not even probably serve it without the cherry in it.
Yeah, you do that with the hot dog. Come on, man. I know it wouldn't be that big deal, but the thing
No,
is that, you know, do it for one
It
thing, you have to do it
worked,
the
man.
other too, you know.
Yeah,
Because
but
I kind of took your post about the honey bun and cheese to heart, and I didn't have any carbs on my hot dog and hamburger.
That's not true. Hot dog has carb in it.
Way to do it. Very, very, very few. There's like 2.
but
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
still carb.
Same thing with a burger. There's like usually none. But
By the way,
you
I
get
did
one.
went out to look for honey bun today. I cannot find it.
I will try the challenge. I will do it because I'm actually.
Yeah, I have
whenever
cheese at
Sal
home.
told me
I have
about
cheese
that,
at home. I
I'm
just need
interested.
to go get the
So do
honey
I.
bun. I couldn't find the honey bun today.
I always-
So
what
We
you
really
do?
doing it?
Yeah, well, you just put it on camera. You just gotta just film yourself doing it. It's no big deal. It's easy.
I don't mind to
Quick
do it.
help.
I mean, I figure it's gonna taste good because salty and sweet. But
okay,
I can't find it.
Now I have another supposition or question for you guys. Because this did happen to me as well on another tailgate years ago. Okay. Okay.
Give them the
You
short
got the
version.
buns?
I have everything. I have everything. Okay. I got everything ready to go. I got the buns. I got the dogs. I got the burgers. You name it, I got it there. Didn't forget a thing. Okay. Pull up my Weber Q.
No gas.
Turn it on. No heat.
Nice.
wow,
Forgot,
you know, Val,
forgot
that's
the
literally
propane.
what we say. You had it prep. It was close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
Close.
You know,
No cigar.
Cigar though.
but yeah, but the propane tank
Was it empty?
was connected, and I am thinking it's got propane in it.
What, did you turn it on?
You didn't turn it on.
I did not,
Just because
did not test it. And here's the other thing. I had a spare brand new propane tank in the garage right there,
And you didn't bring it.
and I didn't bring
You
it.
gotta always bring extras. Always.
Okay. So now,
oh my goodness.
keeping this all in mind. So definitely, we're not eating raw hamburgers. Okay. But the question to all of you is this: would you eat a cold hot dog?
Yeah,
I would.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
You open up the packet
Hell yeah.
and pull it out,
Yeah, right.
slap it on the
before.
buns.
I do.
Oh
I
no
do
no
that
no no no!
first
You
off.
do not want to. You know, you can eat a cold hot dog, but not uncooked.
By itself.
You had to
They're
cook
The
also-
it.
hot dog's already cooked.
Wait a
You
minute.
know that,
They're
right?
already cooked, Tony.
That's already cooked.
They're already cooked.
I know
They
they're
were
already
already-
cooked, but in the bag they're collecting bacteria.
Who cares? I'll throw
Yeah,
some
but they already
mustard on
cooked.
it and eat it.
What are you
I
talking
eat it.
about?
My wife got
No, they
really
don't
sick
eat it.
one day eating a corn dog.
Time out.
Corn dog's different. Corn dog's
No, it's
different.
already
corn dog's
prepped.
different.
It's microwavable corn dog. It's already prepped. It's already fried.
Yeah, that's
No,
normal.
no,
You can eat it.
But she
We're
got sick
talking
eating it.
about we're talking about a hot dog taken out of the refrigerator, still vacuum sealed. Okay,
I will not.
I'll eat it.
still
Yeah,
I will not.
still
Yeah,
I
I'll
do, I
eat
do
it.
all the time.
Val, I will throw it on a
Okay.
bun with some mustard and I'll eat that bitch.
I would know. I don't even have to. I
Ballpark
just
It's
take it out the
definitely
bag and just
cooked,
eat it right
But the
there.
liquid that they put in there to keep it preserved is not good for you. Like you can get sick from it.
Well, whatever.
Who cares?
I'll eat it.
right? Just eat it.
Yeah,
Well,
When you're
well,
hungry,
well,
when you're hungry,
I'm not. I'm just saying that I wouldn't eat it because it's not safe to do that.
In 36 years, I've never gotten sick from cold hot dogs.
I see my wife
Same.
getting really sick one day. I'm like, I'm not. That's what happened when you don't heat it up thoroughly.
I've got a
Okay,
what's it
here-
called when you got like a very
But
Here's the point.
if somebody prepped it and left it on the table for a day or two, I'll still eat it.
See, that's so you're not saying that it's gross from a
Oh no, it's
Makes
not
sense,
gross. It's already cooked in a way, so it's
Yeah.
it's the liquid that's on it,
you're saying no because of the back. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That actually changes my mind on the whole thing.
right? Because the brine they use is all preservatives and stuff, and the liquid actually collects germ. So
Okay, so you generally have aluminum foil. So you if you're worried about it, put that in some aluminum foil. Let your engine run for like 10 minutes and stick it on the exhaust manifold. The aluminum foil. It'll be nice and hot. It'll taste great.
yeah, all I worry about is the liquid. So
I've done that before.
wipe it off, bro. Just wipe it off. You'll be fine.
It's good to go.
it's rinse.
And then when I was in school, we made solar ovens to freaking make hot dogs. Man.
and here's the thing though, it's safer if it's an all beef hot dog. If it's not all beef,
Yes.
you have a higher chance of getting sick.
I
Definitely.
don't like buying anything but all beef hot dogs anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if I should share this experience that I had this morning with you
Sure.
guys, but
Does it involve me?
You already
already
there.
started.
You gotta say
Oh,
it now.
okay.
It already started.
You already
Go for
started.
it.
Go for it.
all right.
There's no-
So
Yeah,
we go into the hangout this morning.
we're waiting.
We're waiting, expecting for James to jump in, Jeff to jump in, and
Oh no!
out of the
Val,
blue,
Shut up. Val, shut up. No more. That's it. The end of
Keep going.
story.
Keep going. Keep going.
Too late now.
This is
Yeah,
an
no,
after show thing. All right, this will be an after show thing. So if you want to hear it, you got to join the after show because I'm going to keep you all in suspense.
Well, no, I gotta hear it.
All right.
No, I can't do it. I can't
Do
do
it.
it.
No,
Do
no,
it.
not now. Not now. Not now.
No, it has to be. It has to
Not
be.
now.
It has to be. Because I had to go after this. Come on. Go
Yeah,
ahead. You already
it's-
started.
it's
If you started, you
it's-
can't stop.
It's unleashed. Yeah. Val,
Start-
you're a guy.
No, you
Once it's
started. You
unleashed,
started.
you
You
know
have
that
to.
you can't
You
stop.
have to.
All right,
All right, put it on Eric. Eric's got to approve it.
Eric.
Yes.
This is
Nope.
an project.
Nope.
Eric, don't be a
Eric,
bitch.
you
Don't be a
can't-
You
bitch.
can't do that. You
Don't
can't
be a
bitch out,
The
man.
cigarette man himself. Cigarette man himself.
Hey, whatever happened to that? I don't give a
Bro.
fuck, Fran. Quit being a bitch.
All right, go ahead. I'm just shut the fuck up. Go ahead. I don't care.
See?
All right. So I want you to imagine this. Okay? Here we are sitting down. Albert and I sitting down, smoking our cigars, having our coffee, and imagine this. I want to say he was lying on his left side. Mr. Pillow Talk himself joins the hangout
In bed.
in the comfort of his own bed.
That's normal.
Okay?
You
Okay.
have to see it.
I mean,
Maybe we should be.
look it. I didn't even need to have it in my kill zone.
Like playgirl kind of spread kind of thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, he was getting a little bit provocative there, getting a little bit, sensuality going on, but good thing that wasn't in my kill zone.
Was he touching himself at the same time?
We don't know.
I just want to say I cannot either confirm nor deny that.
Whoa, what?
Wow.
I am pleading.
Dude,
Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I can
how
plead.
do
I
you
plead the
accidentally,
I
how
plead
do
the
you
fifth.
accidentally join when that's going on? It's like, was that not good enough to
Plead
get
the
to like,
fifth.
boys wrong?
No, it makes no sense because he's on the comfort of his own bed and his girlfriend must be, he didn't have to, self-service. So, but what the hell is going
Well,
on?
Wait a minute. We cannot confirm nor deny. One,
If that's what's
he
going
was-
on.
alone in his bed. Number two, if there was someone in bed, the question is, I'm just saying,
Male
All
or
right, Eric,
female?
I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. What's going on?
I'm not, I want to keep his girlfriend out of this because this again, nothing to do with her.
All right, that's
Okay.
fine.
She
That's
wasn't
fine.
home.
I,
She wasn't home.
no,
Yeah.
okay,
Hey, no,
Eric,
no,
what
no,
happened?
Don't. Let's leave her out of this because,
Right, he said she wasn't home. So
Yeah,
what was
that's
going on?
fine.
She wasn't home.
So
She
Eric,
wasn't home.
what happened? In your story, in your defense, what happened?
In my defense, I just woke up a little early and I saw them on, and I'm just laying in bed, snuggling, trying to wake up.
Snuggling.
You know?
yeah, snuggling in bed, talking to us, thinking about a goddamn shower.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad. That's okay.
No.
And that's it. But
And that's it.
it
That
kind of
was it?
turned me on. I was kind of turned on by them, you know. It's like,
If you're getting turned on by them, you gotta find a new profession.
It's a goddamn American
Oh,
bed.
wow. He's like, oh, I'm in Val's kill zone.
I said, Eric, I thought you said you was in a bed and not in a tent.
Okay. All right. It wasn't that bad from the sound of it. I mean, snuggling your pillow, that's fine.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know, Bill. You and Albert was talking about playing or fucking each other, so you know.
No, we weren't talking about that.
Yeah, you were.
No, we weren't.
Albert was like, "Oh, Val's really
you are
good at
apparently
making playing with
totally
fucking."
mistaken and confused about the situation, the predicament that you're finding yourself in. Well, meeting us in the hangout saying, "Oh shit, how am I going to explain this?"
This is why I don't join the morning crew. I join was afternoon.
After you're awake.
Oh, I'm awake. I'm actually more awake in the morning. But I can make sure that there's no weird noises or my wife walking around half-ass naked. None of those, right?
Yeah.
I guess I got a question. Then. What's everybody smoking?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, someone's smoking an A20.
Oh yeah, hand roll, baby.
858.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Argonessa?
I
Oh, the
know
judge.
the judge. All right, the judge.
Piggy.
Is Eric guilty?
Yes. It's like innocent. It's always guilty. Or
I mean,
He's
I
guilty
didn't
of
think it was
what?
that bad. Okay, Eric, we have seen Matt, in the hot tub chatting with us with the phone
yeah.
before. Okay, that wasn't that bad. All right.
Yeah, there's
We've seen Matt shirtless.
on a
Yeah.
live. On a live.
We've seen
Dude.
Matt, pulling off some sick dance skills, in the public. We've seen it all.
Dude, I've roomed with Brandon, so like, I mean, you guys can't scare me.
Next time I go on it while I'm in the bathroom.
Okay.
I can go on it when I'm in the bathtub.
I'm on the toilet. I go right on it. I'm like, hey guys.
Hey Val, hey, Val, just a fair warning for Val. I sleep naked.
I wouldn't see it anyway.
Exactly.
Not only he won't see it, he won't even hear you. He'll hear partial of it, whatever he needs to hear, and not
I'm
before or
just
after.
Even if he could see, he still wouldn't see it.
Martin, is that you? Is that you?
no,
Wow.
it's room
Just as
service.
long as you don't start feeling.
And this is like, I start to feel Discord is kind of dangerous because I have time where Discord was dangerous to me. Eric had time. Discord started. People, when you're on Discord, make sure you check your cameras and phone, and
Yup,
the microphones, everything.
Yeah.
Check it.
It's
Woo.
a dangerous place, man. dangerous place out there.
You'll expose the true self sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. I told my wife about that story, what happened to me. She was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Yeah, ooh." Because my wife hears me all the time, and then she'll be like, "What? Why you gotta be yelling at people?" You know. So sometimes she'll like, "You sound so mean today." I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Yep, that's what it is. So, go ahead, Albert. You gotta say something.
Yeah. So like, y'all were talking about Miami earlier a little bit.
Yeah.
What you want to talk about Miami earlier? What?
Well, yeah, I have something to say about Miami.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we're going like in September, right? Like late September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the thing that concerns me is that I really hate the Miami Heat. So
Oh my God. It's okay. We're not going there to see basketball game. He's fine.
It took Albert several months to think of that one too.
Really?
Yeah.
come
Really?
on, man.
Wow. I thought it was gonna be something legit. I was like, go ahead.
Right.
You know.
I was like, yo, I'm listening.
Well,
He's like,
it will
okay.
be. It will be one of these days. So keep waiting for it.
It'll be relevant. It'll be relevant when we
It's
get there.
relevant.
It will never be relevant to me, at least. I don't watch basketball games nowadays. So.
Yeah.
And like, you never had to talk about Miami Heat. They will never win anything. Don't worry.
I was talking about the actual heat in Miami, like actual temperature wise.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there a
Sure.
time where Miami is not hot?
It can't
Alright.
be as bad as Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not hot around like December, January. Be fine there.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Oh, I thought it was
I mean,
gonna
the
be
lowest they
something.
get is like 40 degrees.
We know what you were doing, Albert.
Mm-hmm.
What you were
Yeah,
referring to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a good one. I'll give you that. It was good.
Not bad, right?
But I'm sure it took you a while to figure that one out.
Yeah, it took me a while.
No, that was bad. That was bad.
Dad joke 101.
Oh my God. Oh
All
my
right.
God.
So, okay. On a serious note, this is for real. We've gone to a couple cigar lounges here in his area. And I'll tell you, man, when you start seeing like the humidity and how it affects cellophane, right?
Mm-hmm.
One place you can smell must, like it was musty.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Dang.
there are little specks on the cellophane,
It was what?
specks and shit on the cellophane.
Like
Fat?
like dry water,
No,
No.
like specks, like spots, like
like mold.
Starting a poll.
Yeah, almost like it's getting ready to mold. Yeah.
Oh, getting ready to mold is okay.
We got specs here. That's where I can get some liquor sometimes.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, Benny's down here.
There
No,
you
no,
go,
no, no, no.
Martine. There you go,
So
Martine.
if
See, now
this-
Martine's catching on.
If a cigar is starting to mold, that's okay. You can still smoke it. Just not when you have like yellow, green mold on it. White mold you can smoke.
But
Yeah,
it's just
there
a
was,
cellophane, though. It's not on the cigar.
Yeah. On the surface,
yeah.
the cellophane is okay. Inside the cellophane, we'll have a little bit of problem, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad either.
Yeah, I've done it a bunch of times where it started molding on the cellophane. I pulled them out and made sure everything's cool. Stuck them in my humidor. They were fine.
Wipe
I
it
don't think
down.
I've ever had that happen to the cellophane.
I almost.
So
No,
why they-
I seen some. I seen some before.
I think they need to manage their humidity better.
Yeah, that does happen. Sometimes people don't seem to consider their relative humidity and versus how the door and all that opens if it's a sealed off humidor, and they over humidify the crap out of it. Sucks.
Yeah, so
I've
that's
seen that a
what's
lot.
happening here.
yeah, that's what we think is happening. But my thought is that if you're, again, I don't know how often the doors are being open, but if that door is being open several times a day,
So, Mark,
is that enough time for that air to come out and new fresh air to come in?
No, on the surface, no. So when you're talking about humidity, relative humidity, they move very slowly. So let's say if open like this, right? and then close it, you're actually pushing some air out, but you're not getting really a lot of air in. So it's not gonna change the inner humidity that much. On the surface, on the outer part of it maybe, but not the inside. And it's definitely not gonna bother your
It's the same as
boxes or where the cigar is. So this is why I use this, because like the humidity inside, outside, don't it wouldn't matter that much. So I don't care if it's completely sealed.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask you, Tony, now. So you have your humidor there with the door closed.
Mhm.
And I know you go in there and so maybe let's say several times, 3-5 times a day.
Okay.
What happens if there's one time where you open up the door and then you walk away from it?
I have one left like this for a whole night before.
A whole night?
Whole night.
Like more than 4 hours?
Whole night.
It doesn't affect it as quickly as you think.
Yeah.
It take a bit. It take a bit.
So my basement's regular humidity is between 50 and 60. Okay. So when I left it like this for a whole night, when I come back and check it, close the door, it was 63. 63 is not gonna hurt your cigar.
See, and I actually leave mine open on purpose.
Yeah, to let some humidity out, because humidity actually gonna destroy your cigar more than it's dry.
Yeah.
Right.
I do that too. I leave all sometimes I just leave my box open.
And this is
All of it,
exactly why I rather do this than this. This thing I have to open up constantly. This thing, in fact, I have to go in to check all the Cuban cigar in here because they tend to have white dust on it. I have to wipe it off all the time. Right? The truth is that most sports are everywhere, regardless where you are. There's definitely most sport in there, somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's better to have no humidity than humidity. So literally,
So
I can
Tony,
leave it
what
like
you're
this. I
saying
don't
is
care.
those-
It's not gonna change much. In fact, it's gonna be better.
Those Cubans came from the White House with that white dust all over them.
Right? So
Funny, Tom.
it's not gonna change, especially when you have piled up in the layers, like a lot of cigar, and you piled up front and back. Air doesn't travel through those boxes that fast. Moisture doesn't travel through that fast. So you can leave it out for a good period of time. In fact, you can get a box of cigar nicely humidified, 70%, and leave it on the floor like me for days before they drop to 60 and 50. Because that's what they meant to. Huh?
If I can do it here and not have a problem, you guys should be fine.
I have cigars all over my floor, and
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they're over humidifying those cigars, man.
we are 70% is a lot.
Like this cigar group or lounge, like the cellophane's getting all cloudy and shit on the outside.
Right. You gotta know, in the most humidor in a store, they don't pump up water to be 70. They pump up to be more than 70. So when they open and close, it will try to reach 70 faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's good
So-
too wet.
Yeah, we have a shop that's down the street from me here, where their humidor is always way too wet because of that. They've probably got the thing set at probably like 78% or something like that because they want to keep it around 70. The cigars are so freaking spongy, man. Every time.
And the truth is that we're talking about relative humidity, but when you're in a humidor, the location where the moisture is coming out, that part of it is gonna be super wet, right? And the farthest part is gonna be 70. So closer to that, you're gonna get closer to 80, because all this mist is coming out and falling down. So it's better to be safe than sorry. And for those a lot of stores that you go to, it's always gonna be above 70. The relative is just taking the lowest point.
All right, so with that being said, Tony, let's say tomorrow you're gonna smoke. I think I would have smoked 3 cigars for sure, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you go in your humidor right now,
Take
pull
them
them
out.
out, leave them on your
I will not.
table or counter,
I will not.
and not worry about them for the next day?
No, I will be more worried about it if I take them out right now and put it on my counter, because upstairs humidity is 80%.
Oh, but if you left them where you're at right now,
I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to. In there is actually better humidity than out here right now, where I have a like dehumidifier going. And you're talking about something you have more control versus less control. In here, the temperature isn't gonna increase as fast as your room temperature, right?
okay.
So in there is safer than me leaving it out here. Because
So check this
overnight
out.
it could
This
be really
cigar-
cold, and the morning it's gonna be really hot again.
So you guys know here it's dry, right? So I've had these sitting not in a humidor. This one that I just grabbed, not in a humidor for like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. They've just been sitting in the bundles, right? Because these are ones that I'm not going to sell, and they've just been sitting there. They're still humidified fine. They're still smoking just fine. And they've been sitting without being humidified.
Yeah.
So people get really way too into it sometimes.
There is still humidity in the air. You don't really need that much humidity. The only reason that you need a humidity like that is because to sell to sell Bovita packs. But like it's think of it this way, right? Back in the day, before those packs were invented, they just leave cigar anywhere.
Dude, in the old West out here, they had the humidors, the boxes, whatever you want to call them, sitting on the freaking counter in like the bars. They just sat there. And the guys would smoke the cigars, buy them and smoke them. Yeah.
People care about humidity way too much because you're not smoking. You don't want to smoke the steam. That's not what you're tasting, right? So any humidity in your cigar, you're smoking that steam. Just like the pipe, right? The steam burns your tongue, right?
You vape.
So you want the oil, and the oil isn't gonna go away with 40% humidity or 50% humidity.
Right.
All right. In the winter time, leaving it out is actually worse. Yes, because it's so dry. Yeah, I can understand that, and kind of cracks your leaves and whatever. But in the summertime, the only thing you should be worried about is temperature, not necessarily humidity.
Yeah, just don't let them get too hot.
Especially Connecticut's because they're so delicate. They're so thin.
Yeah. If you leave your cigar out at a high temperature, let's say even if there's no beetle bugs, the oil actually evaporates. It makes your cigar tasteless.
Yeah. I said these are Connecticut on top of that, like you're just saying, Matt. And these have been sitting out that long. They're fine.
Right. So the thing that you should be worried about more is actually the temperature, not necessarily the humidity. And like I leave cigars out here in the box long enough where in a time where there's more humidity, the box is just gonna absorb more water, and then when it's dry, it's just gonna dispense this water. You're not even gonna worry about it, right? Unless you live in like Antarctica, it's always dry. Then different story. But in most cases, you're living in a place that's comfortable enough for human to live. Cigar will survive. Just worry about the heat. So it's like alcohol, right? Alcohol, the worst enemy is the sunlight and the heat.
I thought you said we can't live in Antarctica.
Well, it shouldn't be. I'm saying unless you do.
Okay.
What?
How do you think?
I'm very
Right.
confused about that. But yeah, people worry about humidity way too much, and it doesn't make sense. Because I don't think anybody can tell me that their cigar always says it's 70% and not once it did them all.
And most people, once they've been smoking for a long time, or at least a decent amount of time, they figure out that 70 is like way too much.
Yeah, I mean the reason why it's 70 is because at the time the only measurement we have with the salt thing was 70%. 72 in fact.
Where they're made, their relative humidity is around 70% all the time.
Right, but the measurement device. So when we measure it, it was the salt thing with the water, and that was 70%. So that's what they use to gauge it. But it's not necessarily the best. In fact, Cubans hate humidity. Cuban cigars will mold at 70 easy.
And you need like 60, 55%.
Yeah. So cigars, tobacco leaves, they don't need like cigarillos. You don't have to put it in the humidor. I don't put my cigarillo in the humidor.
Hell no.
Right? But they're tobacco. The same thing. Right? You don't have to put in there. Like, in fact, these things, even though they're cured differently for some reason, but whenever I go to Davidoff, this thing sits behind the counter. It's not in the humidor.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have to be in the humidor. It's not that important.
I keep my humidor at 65.
There you go. Me too.
Like in the summertime, I'll often leave it like cracked a little bit like that. Well, like
Yeah,
that.
I'm like 67 degrees, 65% humidity all day.
And in fact, I have lights, right? So that means there's cracks somewhere to let the wires in, and the humidity constantly leaks out. But if you have some Bovida pack in there to keep it not 30, not 20, not 1, you're fine. Oh, it's a Utah Josh,
What's up, Josh? What's up, Mark?
right? You don't want to. Yeah, 65% will mold. Like you Cubans, you want to keep it as dry as you can. Hear
They
that?
also
Eric?
taste a little better too when they're a
Yeah,
little bit
because
dry.
you're smoking the oil. You don't want the steam.
Is that true for Cuban sandwiches?
Cuban sandwiches, well, it depends whether or not I toast it. If you toast it, it's kind of dry, right?
I like it a little. I like them a little more humidity too. I don't know if I'd want to try.
Yeah, I think a lot of people pay a lot of emphasis on humidity. And,
Well, but going back to my question though, you gonna go in a cigar lounge and it's all like cloudy and everything. That's a great cigar. I want to smoke it.
well, no,
I've
but
been
the
there
thing is that
before.
a lot of time, if I go to the cigar lounge, unless I have to, I will have my own cigar, or somebody will bring their cigars. We can smoke those, and the one that you buy, you bring home.
What's up,
Yeah,
John?
usually I bring home. I never smoke there, so.
So, I just wanted to put it out there.
To my question. All right, Matt, you go to cigar lounges a lot, right? When you see cellophane and it's cloudy because there's too much humidity in there, you don't buy that cigar?
I still do.
Usually I'll take and I'll
Take
buy
out
more
the
than one
cellophane.
generally.
Just take it out of the
I'll
cellophane.
take and I'll
Yeah.
smoke the first one. I'll let the second one just sit. They try to put it in a bag or whatever. I just let it sit there while I'm smoking the first one. And by the time I get to the second
No,
one, it's
because
done.
I think what Albert tried to say is that because it looks cloudy, he worried that he's already bad, and you
No,
want.
it's
But the
not.
thing is
It's
that,
not.
you'll go there, you'll buy that, you'll take out that cigar, and you'll buy it, and you take it out. If it's all moldy, you'll take another one. If you take it out, it's fine. Just don't put it back in the bag. The bag is wet.
And I've mentioned that a couple times to some lounges and before I even opened it, and I mentioned I hope it burns good, and tastes good, and if it doesn't, I let them know, and they usually replace it. So, and then if that's the case, then I won't smoke it again. I'll bring it home and then let it dry up a little bit, and
All right.
But you can't be scared to say something about it either.
No, I'm not necessarily that. I mean, it's not that. I mean, my question is, if you got that going on with some boxes, or like in this case, he had a room with cigars, and those seemed fine. Everything looked good and it even smelled good in there, but he had some, like, you opened up a door, and there was like the shelves, and he had like 5 compartments of those, right? And I've noticed it looks like there's even mold starting on one of them, one of the boxes. But anyway, I opened it up and I look down and I see that, there's just shooting up, mist in there. It's probably a tight cabinet where nothing's escaping.
Right.
And it smelled musty.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well,
here's the
that's
thing,
the
though.
case.
When
I
you
wouldn't.
go to a cigar shop, right, you have options, right? So if that
Right.
looks dangerous to you, buy another different one. You don't have to, unless that's some really limited, like you want to smoke that cigar. Then yeah,
I agree with that. I'm just asking.
I would say something. I would say something.
There's that much humidity in there that smells musty, right?
Right.
Well,
it
I
will,
mean,
yeah.
I-
Sometimes you will. They definitely have mold somewhere if it smells musty.
All right.
I wouldn't buy it if it smelled musty in there. Like I would go definitely buy something else for sure. And I've noticed that if I buy cigars that are closer to their humidifier, where it's closer to the water droplets that are coming out,
That's it.
I won't buy those because they're usually
Yeah,
too
you
moist.
don't want to go to get the one that's right under that thing that's pumping out mist.
Right.
Right.
Never.
I noticed he had some boxes in there they looked like they were fresh boxes, and those cigars look fine. And I'd be willing to buy one of those, for example. But Yeah, the one that has like the cloudy on the thing and smells musty. I'm like, shoot, dude, that's kind of screwed up.
Yeah, well, if you open the door, it smell musty. You already know like there's concern, right? We have a cigar shop over here. We open it up, it already smell like that. When you look in the corner where the mist is coming out, those cigars are molded. And we mentioned to the front desk, it was like, you know, your cigar is molding there, right? And then she goes, oh, our owner said those are plume. I was like, well, those are never gonna sell. And then we just grabbed the one that's on the other side that didn't have anything because we didn't bring enough cigar. Well, then like they kind of require you to buy a cigar before you sit down, kind of thing. So we just bought a cigar and then we just smoked it there. But I wouldn't buy any extra because just in case I'm bringing like shit out of like most sprout back home. I wouldn't do that.
I get you. I get you.
There's one time when I walked into a cigar shop and I literally, when I walked in, I was like, oh, it smells really good in here. But after about 5 to 10 minutes, I was like, it's really fucking humid in here. And I noticed the machine was going and going and going. And about 20% of the cigars that I saw had fucking mold on them. I stopped going to that shop.
Yeah, I agree.
It's rare.
Did you say anything to the? Did you say anything to the store manager or the?
But the thing is that you would think the store manager know, right?
I just walked out.
They know, but they refuse to fix it because now that means they had to scrap all the cigars.
Yeah,
they refuse to admit it.
That's the hard part of it, right? That's a tough deal because the investment they made in those cigars.
I've had to do it. It sucks.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that they had to scrap the cigar and they refuse to do it.
Because he had like, there was one, and I didn't open up the case in the other ones, but he had like all these Opus X cigars in one of them. And then he had Placentia, the CAO in another. And the Placentia was high dollar one, CAO not so much. But but I noticed that he was selling a lot of the CAO stuff. So that I think that door was getting opened and closed a lot. So
I keep hearing TAO. Yeah, I keep hearing TAO. CAO, right? CAO.
CAO, yeah, like the flatheads, right? Flatheads. Like
I keep hearing TAO.
So did I. I heard it too.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, when you have concern of any sort, just don't buy it, right? Unless it's like you're looking for that cigar. Even that, you had to think twice, right? Because it's not cheap, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, you think twice about it.
Unless you
Maybe
have
3
to.
times.
Like, you're already there. You didn't bring any cigar, which is kind of dumb. But and you got to sit down and have a cigar with a friend. Then, yeah, you kind of have to deal with it. Just pick one from the other side that looks okay to you and just ignore those ones, right? Like, is it worth it for you to get like, is it this safe or not? No, it's not. Just go get another one.
Yeah, to be
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, when you walk into a store's humidor, you're not just looking at the variety of cigars. You're looking at everything that's happening in that humidor. You know, yeah, and the cleanliness of it and stuff like that. And then you decide on which one to buy from that point on. And, you know, I don't ever voice my opinion to anybody else in the humidor. I just, you know, do my own study. And
it doesn't even have to be on the cigar. It doesn't have to be on the cigar. Think of this, okay? Albert, let's say you walk into a humidor, right? You open the door, smells fine. You look down, there's a dead rat. Would you buy any cigar in there?
You mean like a Ratzilla or something like that?
No, like a New York rat.
Well, yeah,
You're
I
the-
would if they have Opus X for like $3. Yeah.
Right? When you find a rat this big dead on the ground, you will not buy it no matter what it is, right? You just have to make that decision and say, okay, this humidor doesn't look safe. I'm not going to buy anything.
No, I know. And like, so we went to the hat place, by the way, the hat
The Hat Lounge.
hat lounge.
The Hat Lounge.
Yeah. And,
One where
and that one, dude, they have like, that's a high, they have some really good cigars there, dude. They buy a lot of they had Etafall there. Is it called the Etafall?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They had that. They had a lot of the Opus X stuff in there, the higher end stuff. They had a good variety of cigars. But I'll say there were certain portions of the humidor where it's starting to get, like, you can tell they're over humidifying it. And so you gotta really look. You gotta really look and see if what you're getting is there. But it's sad because, you know, unless they solve that problem, man, they're probably gonna create a big, you know, they're gonna they're gonna be like going through wasting cigars. Is my point.
Yeah,
So,
not everybody who have carry cigars know how to take care of the humidor, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Just because they have a lounge does not mean that they know what they're doing all the time.
yeah,
And most of the time, they hire people to work, so the people probably just, you know what I mean? Some of them don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're like the boss is like, these cigar, okay, yeah, those are just plume. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it depends who works there, and do they care about the cigars or not?
Yeah, I mean, we all smoke cigar long enough to like open the door, you smell this smell, you're like, no, you close it, walk to the side, get a drink, and smoke your own thing. It happens. It happens, right? So.
yeah.
Like if your body is giving you like this thing doesn't smell good. Like when you open a humidor, it should smell like cedar and nice and everything. If it smells like musty mold,
Yeah.
I don't know. Even like, I went to a place. The humidor was fine, but the place was shit. I just left. So yeah.
when
I
you say
didn't buy
place was
cigars.
shit, what do you mean? Like you chair,
Like
like
the,
you're not.
the humidor, yeah, the humidor was great, but the outside of the humidor looked like shit. Like there was holes on the floor, the chair was fucked up, and everything. I just left. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't have to, I mean, you're there by yourself. You really don't have to smoke it there. So
yeah, you don't. But I still didn't buy a cigar there. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how the place looked too.
yeah, you gotta have to make that decision, right? If it feels iffy, the cigar smells weird, it doesn't look right, you know, and like when you ask a cigar question, the owner knows nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe you
that's the
should-
problem.
Maybe you should not buy cigar from there. Like if you literally says your cigar's molding and the shop owner says no, then
No,
yeah,
it's plume.
then you're like, okay, can't tell the difference between mold and plume. Let's go, you know, right? And then you look over, they have like a bottle of whiskey where outside has a layer of mold outside. You're like, oh, you see, look, that whiskey's pluming too.
Shit.
But anyway,
They call it age.
Shut up, man.
What did they say? What did I say?
I said I call it age.
just because I'm gonna extend another 5 minutes.
And that's it.
okay.
Yeah, you said that.
Right? So I don't think it's that big of a problem. Majority of people who go to a humidor and a lounge, if there is concern, you definitely wouldn't buy it. And especially like you're spending $10, right? Would you go out and to buy a sandwich where the sandwich meat smells funny? You wouldn't, right? So like when you go to deli, whatever, and then the meat is sweating. Right? The ham on the table is sweating, and then like it smells kind of funny. You wouldn't want to get a sandwich there. Same idea. So, anyways.
Wait a minute. We got swag?
Oh wait, what? Are we talking about swag? Wait, what?
What? We got swag? We got swag?
Did we?
That wasn't we. Come on, man. Come on, Martin. That wasn't
Did we?
supposed to be a we got swag
I
thing,
have
okay?
no idea we have. I have no idea we have swag. Like
Oh my
I don't
God.
either.
You're supposed Eric. You're supposed to hide that for another 80 days.
Well, my bad, bro. I have it on me at all time. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Like Utah Josh says, look at that.
Yeah,
He's right.
there's no lounges there. There's no lounge at all.
Can't smoke inside in Utah anymore.
Really?
Yep. State law.
Wow. That sucks.
It makes no sense. So it makes no sense to not be
Ethan
able to
too.
smoke inside. Like, don't they rather have you smoke outside than contain smoke in the inside? Like, can you smoke in public?
Well, it's gonna vent somewhere, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think it's like 25 feet from any opening. So like any door that opens, you have to be 25 feet from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But that's not far though.
Yeah.
That's like 10
20
steps.
20 foot here.
Yeah. No parks, none of that shit.
Whoa, no parks either.
I can
Yeah.
understand because you
Or
got
leases.
kids and stuff like that in the park. I can understand. So
Right. I get the park thing.
But like, let's say if you're
But if you wanna go to a
walking,
restaurant-
can I walk and smoke at the same time? Just keep walking down the street.
Mhm.
Dude, I go to
I don't know if
parks and smoke cigar all the time.
I think they frown on that here too.
Well, but frown.
I mean, you can do it. People smoke cigarettes all the time, walking and stuff. I mean,
right. And what
happens,
about in
but-
front of hotels? There's no way it's 25 feet. That ashtray is definitely not 25 feet in front of the hotels.
Yeah, I think they have like designated smoking areas, and that's it.
Right. So if you think of that, so you rather have like they rather have you go put it right out the air than somewhere that has a filter going out. Makes no
Does it have a
sense.
filter or they just venting it out? You know.
Well, they can vent it out, but it still go through a fan filter. Right? Usually it would, I think. Because they have to cycle the air back in.
No, when it's in a lounge, it's a smoke eater. So it's like a giant rabbit ear where it pumps it out, it filters all the air, pumps it out, pumps new air back in.
Yeah.
And it has to be so many cubic feet per air per hour.
So there is a filter going out. So they rather you put it directly to the air than having go through a filter going out.
Yeah.
So much for our government. Great, so smart.
The solution to pollution is dilution. Dude, Matt, you're a mechanic. You should understand that. Like back in the day, they used to have airlines that went into the exhaust with an air pump. They just pumped a shit ton of air in the exhaust. Didn't make it any freaking cleaner. Just a bunch of air in there with the exhaust.
No, it diluted more.
The solution to pollution is dilution.
Oh my god.
But that's the thing is like
In
they were keeping track of how much pollution was coming out of the tailpipe. But if they actually push that air through there, it would dilute it enough to where it would actually meet the requirements of the EPA. So that was their solution at the time.
Oh, that
my
actually makes
Subaru was
sense.
that
That makes a lot of sense. You'll beat the system, yeah.
It had
At my
it had
dealership.
8 air tubes that went into the fucking exhaust manifolds. 8 on that 350.
Well, the exhaust would have to sound much louder because the amount of air pumping through.
I
That's
think
where
it
my
actually
color come in.
it quieted it down a little bit, but I mean, it didn't do shit.
No, it didn't.
You know,
So
Hey,
that means
that's really
Asians were doing it right. We have fart can this big. That's a lot of air going through. It's all air. It's all air. Most hotels, there's no smoking even at
At my
pools.
dealership.
Really?
That sucks.
Most
They've
hotel
got,
you can. I thought most hotel has an ashtray right outside.
They do, yeah.
not here in Utah.
Really?
Right.
He's talking in
Talking
Utah.
about what you guys were saying. Right behind every single one of my bays at the dealership, they have these fucking little pockets that you hook up to the exhaust pipe and it sucks the air out.
Yep. That's just because you're in such
But I
a
mean-
closed garage to help keep the
Yeah,
then you-
inspection.
Takes
Inspection. They put the pipe just to get the data from the pipe. So all the air that's
I
going
mean,
through
I've been in-
is taking how much air is going in.
You're talking about OBD1.
No,
I think
no.
the cars that do OBD1
Over in
anymore.
Massachusetts, they park the car in, they put this thing right at the pipe to kind of calculate how much air is coming out. Because they don't trust
I've
your
been in
computer
shops
because you can reprogram that shit.
Yeah, that's California. California does the same shit in their emissions.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to they'll go through the NOx, all that gas emission out plus
Yeah.
the OBD2. It's a freaking.
They don't
crap.
trust
Well,
your
it's like
air sensor. They
California.
had to put it
Dude,
outside.
We don't have inspection in fucking Georgia.
We
That'd
don't?
be nice.
Nice.
No, I never inspect my car ever.
We have emissions, but we don't have inspections.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
we do have
can you do
emissions.
emission without inspection?
Oh, because
Yeah,
they don't
They-
check your tires. They don't check your windshield.
They don't
none
check
of that shit.
nothing. No,
Your
Yeah,
lights,
here-
brake linings,
But that's still
Here's the
inspection, right?
96
They're
in
checking your emission, right? That's still inspection.
just the emission. That's it. They're not checking brake linings, tire tread depth.
no,
Yeah.
they don't check anything. They don't give
They
a
do
flap
that
in your
too.
car.
Do you know Massachusetts can fail you
They-
for having rust?
I believe it.
Damn.
There are
Here,
people that go to
96
get
and newer, they
inspection
plug it in.
where they found too much rust on some part. They will be like, you'll fail because your car is too much rust.
Because in the state of California, that can cause cancer. So
Rust?
Dude, like that's why you see
Yep.
like in Georgia, you see people break down all the time because they don't give a fuck about the cars and they don't do inspections, so they don't care, and they break down all the time.
it's kind of like going back to that emissions part, right? So if you ever go to a gas station in California, the gas nozzle has a thing that goes over the nozzle itself when you push into it, and it actually is supposed to capture the fumes so it doesn't go out.
Really?
Yeah, they have that at Costco here.
That's so weird.
Wow.
That's so weird. That's overdoing it. It's like, come on. We're gonna burn that
California, man.
anyway. It goes in the air. It's natural product.
Right. It evaporates.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's-
see, Tony. Here, 67 to 95, they sniff the tailpipe while you're on the rollers, and then well, that's just called. They put the probe in there, and they while you're on the rollers. 96 and newer, they just plug it in. They don't care about anything else.
Like you might as well walk around with a
Right.
sensor on your ass too to measure how much methane is coming out of your ass.
Well, back in the day, right, Michael? They used to dyno your car. You'd put the damn thing in
Uh-huh.
your car, put it on a
Yes,
dyno
dude.
machine.
We still
I had
dyno.
60
We
I
still
had a
dyno for
fucking-
older cars. They have to dyno older
67
cars.
Yeah,
Older
yeah.
cars, right? But newer
Yeah.
cars, they don't do. They just plug in the OBD2, and you're
Yep.
good.
Because older cars
I
don't have
had-
OBD2.
Right.
I had a Subaru Brat one time. I was inspecting. That motherfucker overheated on the dyno.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah, it happened.
Wow.
Well, you have to have that fan too that's blowing the
Yeah,
air
blowing
into
to
the
air
car as well.
right at the
Right.
right at the front.
You need a lot.
You know
of
what's
air
really
when you
funny?
dyno.
Because in the first, before I owned cars, I didn't know much about cars, right? So I thought the fan was to make the car think that it's driving. When?
Oh my God, what? You did?
And we're talking about, hey, well, I'm talking about when I'm like 13, 12, you know? I thought the fan in front was to make the car think that it's driving.
I don't know. I knew it was cooling when I was younger, so.
Yeah, but when I had cars, obviously that's cooling. But like, you know, before I had cars, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. They had to pretend that the car is driving forward.
Shit.
See, it's very commonplace here for guys when they're taking their hot rod stuff to emissions. If it's between 67 and 95, and they got to go on the rollers like that, they'll sit there and the guys will be shutting it off in the line, and they'll ask you that. They're like, "Is it overheating?" They'll straight up ask you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Safety inspection. Oh,
man.
I hate
I think
inspections.
what,
So.
95 and older is now classic, right?
No, well, it depends on where you're at. State here, no, it's
Yeah, each state is different. It's in the
Yeah.
80s here.
Well, if
here-
95 is classic, I'll go get a 95 Civic, man.
I know.
here it's going to be 25 years or older. But to do that, if it's between 67 and that age, you have to get classic insurance to get it registered as a classic vehicle, so you don't have to go to emissions.
That makes no
'Cause,
sense.
I mean, because all the OBD1 cars, if it's 25 or older, it's now considered just a safety inspection.
Wow.
Wow.
Right. And then you get special plates too, where you don't have to do all the extra stuff either. So
You know
No,
what? Then it
really?
makes sense to me when you have a special plate. You know, they used to have a lifetime plate, right?
Yeah.
So what happens to those plates now if they were supposed to be lifetime?
Their
We still-
grandfather in.
Are they
Yeah,
grandfather
you
in?
still keep 'em. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we still have them. You can get them still as long as your car meets that year. If it falls into that year, you can still get that plate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, lifetime plate rules. You never had to renew it.
Yeah, you just have to pay a small fee. I think it's really just for the plate. It's very small fee, like $25 a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I want a lifetime plate. Never had to, renew your
Well,
stickers.
now you can't do it no more.
Yeah, I know. I
I
can't.
mean,
I can't.
In Texas, that's every 7 years. You got to get a new plate.
Really?
No,
Uh-huh.
we
What?
wait, say that again?
And I think it's every 7 years. When you register your car, you get a new plate.
Wow.
That's not lifetime.
I mean, I know it's not lifetime, but I think that's how it was before. This was a long time ago, probably about a good 15 years ago.
We're
But I
talking
remember,
about Texas, where you still got to have stickers on your windshield.
I
Yeah.
still have a sticker on my windshield.
Dude, I have no sticker, got nothing on my windshield.
I still
I
got
don't
my
even-
windshield and my plate.
And the
Nope.
thing is, like, in Georgia, they only give you one plate. No front plate, nothing. One plate for the back. That's it.
Yeah.
So what
Same thing
happened
here.
when you drive out to Massachusetts? You got to get pulled over every minute.
I can't. I'd be like, hey, my state doesn't give me the fucking license plate. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't live there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't live there, dude.
Tony.
No,
here's
you don't have
one
to
thing
live there to have to
Tony,
follow the local law.
Yeah, because there's plenty of
Right.
CHP officers. They'll tell you, even if you're from a different state and you got tinted ass windows, you're still in the state of California.
Well,
now.
that's tinted. That's tinted. That's different.
Same
but-
thing. Same thing with the plate.
Yeah, the auto
They-
law
they
is
didn't give
based
me-
on where
they
you're
didn't
driving.
They didn't give me a plate.
Yeah, you try to
give me
explain
one
that to
plate.
them. In New York, they will pull you over in a moment.
You know what I mean? Like, they give me they give me one plate. They're like, here you go. I was like, where's the other plate? They're like, we don't have the other plate.
You have to ask for additional plate. I'm pretty sure you
I'm
can
not-
ask for additional plate, but
I
like,
am not drilling my front bumper, bro.
because
Fuck that.
no, because that's how they get you. They scan your front plate on with the speed thingy. They do the front plate. So if there's no
I
front
don't know.
plate, they don't have anything to do
Like
with
I
it.
say, I'm in Georgia. We don't
See,
do
here in
front plate.
Utah, my wife's Lexus, she got harassed by the local cops about not having a front license plate.
Is it the new
And,
one?
Yeah, the new grill, there's nowhere to really put it. And so the highway patrol actually came out and inspected, and he goes, yeah, there's nowhere to put it. You don't have to have it. So highway
Really?
patrol rides the local police, so we were able to get that taken care of. So now all her cars don't have a front license. None of my cars have front license plates.
See, you just move to a state where you don't have that problem. Maybe all right.
Wait. What is
Yeah.
based on the mileage per year for classic car? What does that mean? Like if I drive a lot, it's a classic car.
Yeah, so if you're registering it as a classic and getting the classic insurance, a lot of times they have, because they consider it collector, you have a maximum amount of mileage that you can drive.
Yeah,
if
they
you drive
do drive
over that
with it.
maximum amount of mileage, they yank it from you.
Oh,
But
okay,
nobody
yeah.
keeps track of that shit.
So my car is classic car.
No, it's not.
Less than 20 miles a year.
Right.
Technically everything that I have would be I could technically do classic because they're over 25 years old.
Wow. Wow.
Tony, do you have front plates on your cars?
I have to. You get pulled
You have to,
over in the
okay.
moment if you don't have it.
Yeah,
Like-
we don't have stickers. We don't have
That's,
nothing.
Right
That's
here.
a good thing. That's
Nada.
a good thing. When people are moving to Texas, they're like, I never had a front plate. Now you have to have a fucking front plate. You got to drill that shit into your fucking bumper.
Yeah,
That-
when I bought
that
my
That
BMW,
hurts so much.
I did not have
Or-
front plate on.
Or
My
you can put it
M3 and stuff, they
inside
all don't
your
have
car.
front plate, and I get pulled
Or
over
you can-
4 times.
You can put it inside your car in the windshield.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't
Over
work.
here.
Pull you
It
over.
doesn't work.
They'll still
They'll pull you over. They'll pull you
Yeah,
over.
they pull you over.
They still count that here.
They'll give you a fixed ticket.
Sometimes, I
They'll
guess.
they'll give you a fixed ticket, so that you have to go fix it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to draw into
Dude.
my nice looking M3.
Why don't you just fucking zip tie it to your grill?
Huh?
You can zip tie it to your grill.
No, you can't.
You can.
Over here,
can
they
do
will
that
still
here.
get you.
Yeah, you can do that here.
It's still in the front. It's still visible.
No, their definition is securely affixed.
Well, it's not moving.
No, it's moving.
No, you zip tie it to your grill. No.
No, it's not. It's not securely. So basically, if the car, because if I can rip it off, it's not considered secure.
Well, they're not gonna fucking like.
They will try to
in
rip it
far-
off. You haven't
in
been to
far
New
away,
York
they
and Massachusetts. I tell you, those cops was like, if it's not on the frame, it's not on your bumper, it's not considered on.
Really?
Yeah. They were like, if I can rip it off, it's considered. You want me to try to rip it off?
Dude,
They're
if
like,
he
no, I'll
try
go
to
fix
rip
it.
If he try to rip it off with a 4 zip tie on there, and he will rip off the whole fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, that just tells you that it's not securely affixed.
No, I mean he will rip off your grill and everything.
Your
Yeah,
bumper.
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
that's why he's saying you can your grill can fall off or whatever, your plate will fall off.
What?
It has to be on the bumper, screwed in. Now you don't have to have a
Yeah.
frame, but if they see the 4 screw on it, they will let you go.
What the fuck?
See, what happens when you live in communist states.
Yeah, right. Jesus, man. As long as I thought it would be, as long as it's visible in the front, it'd be fine.
Mm-mm. Not upper north, not northeast.
Context
I ain't ever drilling my bumper. Fuck that.
Just don't drive your car up.
Well, how? What? Well,
Like I got pulled over for the dumbest shit. Like the police will pull over for the dumbest shit. Over here. They pull you over, it's like your car sounds too loud. They pull you over, your car looks too nice. They pull you over, your car's attracting too much attention, it's making other people revving their engine. All that stuff, they'll
Really?
pull you over, yeah.
Dang, I'd be in trouble.
Was that
Damn.
exhibition of speed? Their definition of exhibition for speed in Massachusetts and in New York are very different.
wow.
You can be idling, and if your exhaust sounds like powerful, they will say that's exhibition of speed.
Oh man, I'd be in trouble.
What?
You don't believe me? You try.
That's how it is in Cali too. Same thing.
That's nuts, man.
and the pop your hood.
Yeah, they're like
Pop my hood for what?
popping your hood in the
Protect
parking
your
lot. Just leave it
mouth.
there. It's exhibition of speed.
They're looking to see if you've modified anything, and if you have the proper modifications with the like, say if you have a cold air intake, it has to have the California approved sticker on it.
It's
If it
got
doesn't have a
tarp sticker on
sticker,
there.
they'll write you up or impound your car.
So over here,
Wait, they impound your car?
They could.
Or crush it.
over here, if you go to cart me, a lot of people open the hood, right? You cannot have the engine on, because if the police want to pick on you, they will say you're trying to show your speed by having the engine on and the engine open.
What do you mean trying to show? I'm not been moving.
But your car's on. Your car has to be off.
That's so dumb.
That's retarded.
If they want to
It's
pick on you, they
fucking-
will. That's how they break up a lot of like car meets and stuff like that. Everybody's just like, "Oh, nice engine, turn it on, rev it," you know. But the thing is that you could rev it once you have that open. It's noise. That's showing your speed, exhibition of speed.
What speed?
You're showing that your
Like,
car's
say-
fast, exhaust and everything.
Going fucking 0 mile per hour speed?
Exhibition of speed doesn't have to actual speed. It says that showing that you can go high speed.
Well, my cluster could say that I could go high speed.
Well, you're not showing that, right? You're not showing that. But if you open your hood with the engine on, you are showing that.
No,
Dumbest
because
thing
there's
ever.
there's
Retarded.
no meter that tell you that fucking the engine could go this
No,
fast.
no, it's demonstration. Just like you can go around with a gun on you. If you don't show anybody, that's fine. If you flashed it at all, different story.
Dude, I can. There's cars that I know of around here that sound really badass, but they can't get out of their own freaking way.
They can't get, yeah.
Yep.
It's whether or not they're gonna give you shit, right? Come on, NYPD. You even need someone to explain to you how they are like.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, it's 11:18. You know what that means? Get the hell out of here. Go to Discord, and I'll see you guys there. Bye, guys.